Hello and welcome to tonight's TokuTonic Shift. I am your host, Zio Agito. After a long and crazy week when it comes to stuff Toku related, of course, this week, we had Once and Always from Power Rangers. That is the main talking point of this evening later on in the conversation. Today dropped a new, our first actual proper trailer of Ultraman Blazer, but we're actually going to talk on that next week just because it kind of came out of nowhere. And I want to make sure that we actually get some proper Ultraman people here for that type of discussion. So that'll be a discussion for next week for those of you trying to get some input and information out of us. No, I've been busy doing King-Ohger and actual work before trying to get set up for this stream. So it's been a busy day for me on top of other things. So yeah, but then outside of that, of course, we've got our superhero time of Geats and King-Ohger, which we'll get into a little bit. And then after all of that, we've got the results of the betting special from last week. The numbers have been calculated, but there is one question that will need audience feedback to determine which way it's going to end up skewing. More on that later on. But, of course, joining me this evening, now, first of all, I do have to say Mark is running a little late. He said that he will be on the stream. He's just running a little bit behind because he had a prior engagement, but he will be joining in. He also has a respiratory infection, so he's going to be talking kind of minimally, but he is going to be here nonetheless. So, I'm going to throw it to Ash. How are you this evening? Or rather more.
I'm doing good. Once and Always happened this week, which was crazy that it finally happened and now it's gone. So we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, just been working, gaming, watching Toku and stuff like that. So I'm excited to talk about Toku and Once and Always in this episode.
Which been gaming?
I've been playing. I tried Pokemon Stadium on the Switch, and yeah, it's like rental Pokemon are okay, but fucking impossible.
Yeah, if they don't add like functional compatibility, like since we don't have the Pokemon GB like Game Boy games on the virtual console, there's no point. There's no point in it. You might as well play
I didn't own a transfer pack as a kid, but doing it as an adult, like where you know the stats of Pokemon and what goes into what, like it's much harder with what they're giving you and what moves they have.
Graph is asking, where are you currently at in Shinkenger?
I have stopped watching Shinkenger because I've been super busy with work and the Once and Always stuff. So maybe after this podcast, I'll binge some Shinkenger because I'm almost done with it. I've got like maybe 16 episodes to go.
Okay, great. Cloudy, how are you this evening?
I'm pretty good. How's it going?
I guess good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I already said how I was, but
oh, really? Oh, okay.
Okay, just throw it back to me like that. All right, I didn't know that's how this was gonna roll. All right.
Sorry. I did finish something, but I think you might find interesting. I'm done with all of the first gen Digimon, at least in Japanese. I haven't started the English dub yet.
Oh, you should watch it and then realize that the soundtrack of it is actually the exact same as Saban's Masked Rider.
Wait, what?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
So for the English dub of Digimon, since it was Saban Entertainment, a lot of the background OST that was used in there was not from the original anime, but it was instead just generic OST that they had from the Saban's like back office, which was the exact same thing used in Saban's Masked Rider.
Oh, that's pretty sick. All right, that'll be something to look forward to.
So it's a little hilarious once you there is a Toku adjacent point when it comes to Digimon, and that's it.
I mean, there's Justimon for a reason.
Yeah, but that's after that. All right, Nexus, how are you this evening?
Good. I actually just came back from a party, and yeah,
I didn't know you had friends.
Oh God.
Yeah, throwing shade on me like that, but yeah, I came back from a party, but it wasn't as fun as I had, so I was in a bit of a rush coming back, but now I'm here to talk about Toku, which I like, so I'm excited, and also I'm very excited as to the results. I definitely don't think I'm winning, but yeah, we shall see what it is.
I kind of know the results already, so I'm gonna hold my tongue on a lot of that stuff. So,
damn.
Jeez.
I feel like Nexus won.
All right,
No.
so let's get on to this week's superhero time. So first thing I gotta ask is Cloudy, did you know that the goddess of creation uses happiness that people have once they're defeated to go towards the victor to grant their desire?
Oh, really? That's how that works.
Yeah. So Nexus, did you also know that the goddess of creation, did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. She stores happiness from people that have fallen in battle and uses that to grant wishes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in case you didn't get that the first time, Ash, did you hear about this? Like this amazing, apparently the goddess of creation, she takes the happiness from people after they're defeated and uses that to grant wishes.
Is that why we're so miserable watching the show right now?
Yeah, because they told us like
6 times.
They told us so many times this episode, and I was just like, really, even while I was doing my review, I was like, I just said this. Why am I saying this again? Oh, because the show said it. Mm-hmm. So this episode of Geats is it's definitely my least favorite episode in the whole bunch because this entire plot point could have been done like the first 10 minutes, and then they could have done something else. It really felt like padding to the nth degree because essentially, let's go ahead and just share screenshots from it.
Oh,
all right. So of course, like this section of the map gets elevated up. You get the Final Fantasy boss up in there, the goddess of creation, not the real goddess of creation, but a construct. Of course, we got a game of Twister where if you fall on the wrong one, then you're gonna fall straight to the ground, which, you know, in that previous shot you could clearly see that there was nothing underneath them, but of course when people start falling you can see the city line right underneath them. So I was just like, ooh, immersion break right there. We get a scene that I'm just gonna say this is how the director intended us as an audience to go like, oh, Sarah's now realizing that Kawa is a Kamen Rider because of course her previous memories of said event had gone away because, of course, that game ended. Ace won. The world was reset. So if there was a time for her to know that Kawa was a Kamen Rider, this scene was there to kind of show it to us. So we got that, and here's the old fake goddess of creation, which is honestly a great design. I don't know if they just had this design.
Yeah, I like this design.
Like in their
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, like in their stockpile or what? Like they just had generic asset number 37. They were like, ooh, that one's nice. So yeah, we had that going on. And then of course, Kawa out here with the dub actually using Twin Command. And I was like, my man smart. Over here, floating island, rocking Twin Command, saving people who are falling down. It's the greatest thing ever. Ace, on the other hand, uses Boost Mark II without using the actual attributes of Boost Mark II while fighting Buffa. Makes no goddamn sense to me, but okay. I just wanted to throw in the shot of Niram in that face because, of course, that food be hitting. Something about that food, that classic food. Of course, this is when Ace confronts Niram, asking about the goddess of creation. You know, one of the many instances we get in this episode, in which here's Kawa fulfilling his duties as background character, being in the background, listening in on things. Ace coming to terms that his mother is the goddess of creation. And here's Daichi to tell Ace that his mother is the goddess of creation. I know they've already told him like 3 times this episode, but let's just get that last one in just to make sure that you know that his mother is the goddess of creation. Oh yeah, and then I recreated the Lion King scene using this moment in Geats.
Oh.
And then Kawa using the ninja buckle because why would he? Only to fall to his doom and turn into bubbles.
Can't the ninja buckle also teleport as well?
Yes, it could teleport as well.
Like that part I don't get. Is Kawa actually dead? Like,
no.
Just this whole entire episode had problems.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's like I've already complained so much about this episode, and even I chose to forget this episode up until this stream. Like I'd forgotten about it until I started just looking at the episode, and I was just like, oh god, this episode, ugh. It's bad. I didn't like it, to say the least. I gave it a DAP and B. I made a whole new rating for it. I normally don't give out D's like that, but this episode had me giving out some D's. So, Ash, what did you think about this episode?
No, I'm not a fan of this episode as well. Like, I get what it was trying to do, set up the lore, like Ace learning about his origins and stuff like that. But I was going into this episode with the previews and what we got like 2 weeks prior with Neon getting her moment. I thought this was Keiwa's chance to shine. Like, he would finally get his big moment, get his power up that we've been talking about for the past couple of episodes. But he put up a good fight, I will say that. But for him to sort of get sidelined, for Ace to like learn about his mom and sort of come to terms with that so he can take the spotlight next week, kind of disappointing. I know it's Kamen Rider Geats, not Kamen Rider Tycoon, but I'm just like poor Keiwa just catching L's left and right. Like he can't catch a break. You feel sorry for the dude.
Absolutely. It's also like last week, the biggest disappointing part of that episode was kind of the ending anyway, because we had a Neon focus episode only for them to like throw everything under by giving us that Ace team. And that thing could have been done this episode. Literally with how many times we got everything else this episode regarding that, they could have just saved it for this episode.
Also, I forget Keiwa has a sister because she's only around when the plot calls for it.
Yeah, that's true. She tends to be a background character to the background character. We got a $2 from Mike Rulas, who says, first time catching the stream live. Hello and welcome then.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome to the mayhem and the unpredictability of these live streams.
What do you mean?
You know, I fixed Streamlabs so like my fucking money doesn't stay up like for a long time, but Ash is currently being covered by my fucking money, so Cloudy's now just going to be covered by my fucking money. There you go.
Actually, the logo next to him now. Okay,
yeah. And the way you guys are both posed, it kind of works out. That negative space is being filled by something now.
Oh my.
So yeah, Cloudy, what did you think about this week's Geats?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything bad about this week's Geats because I made a comment about Takahashi's writing earlier this week. And since then, not once but 3 times did my right hand suffer some form of injury. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
You saying Takahashi is watching this live stream right now?
Possibly. I don't know. But
bro, let's shit on it. Shit on it. Go.
No, my hand can't take any more abuse.
Let Takahashi know. Fix your shit.
All right, but in all due respect, like there's like a good half of this episode, and by good half I mean like good 8 minutes, maybe like 6 minutes, which is just like Kekura and Keiwa's parts, which is like Kekura basically explained to Keiwa how this whole world thing works and where it's like skewing his views on things, where we're starting to see him like go down like, yeah, this world's not fair. Maybe he'll take action into his own hands kind of thing. I like that he was smart enough to use the twin command buckle and then immediately forget that he had it later on. That was very impressive. Incredible writing, Takahashi, as always. Beautiful.
Yeah, but don't you think they've been trying to tell Keiwa since like episode 2 that the world isn't fair?
Yes. In fact, it so happens so often that every time it happens and then Keiwa tells Geats, fuck off, he dies. Yeah. Every time. Amazing writing, Takashi. I get the point. Well use of rhyming and repetitive, symbolism. And then obviously there was.
Would you say he's the George Lucas of Kamen Rider?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And then we get my lesser enjoyable part of the show, which was the repetition of Geats's arcs and whatnot, and then getting the whole Buffa nonsense. I didn't think that was needed, and the Jamato eating arc metal at the end was also out of nowhere. I don't know.
Yeah, that was gruesome.
And then to top it off, next week we're getting Zin.
Oh yeah, God.
Again, when we know how when Zin and Geats get together, it is nothing but absolute amazing narrative, well kept story development.
Bro, you're saying I'm finally gonna get a sequel to this novel?
Yes, we're gonna get Geats in the sheets too.
Yes, because there has
this time
been
it's Geats under the sheets.
Yeah, because basically there has in the photos that was on the Kamen Rider wiki, it has shown Jean is coming back
to die.
I mean, look, you saw it in the preview. You literally see it in the preview
to die. I mean, wait, not die. Of course not. But Yeah, so I have to give this episode Sononi S plus maximum for the safety of my hand. Absolutely amazing episode. So amazing, none of you have to watch it.
Yeah,
Nice.
look, you just have to remember exactly what I've re-emphasized like 4 times in the beginning of this live stream, because that's exactly what happens in this episode. Re-emphasis.
So Takahashi, if you're hearing,
re-emphasis.
I know what to do. Leave my hand alone.
You can use your feet. Just give it a nice heel.
I work with that hand, Zio. I do numbers for a living.
All right. Well, Nexus, how did you feel about this week's Geats?
Why? Just the question, why? Because we had like so good with Neon and also Kyun with that episode. Like we were on a high bar. So because of that, I thought that they were going to give us a really good episode, because since we had a high bar with Neon, we're going to have a high bar with Keiwa. Oh shit, that didn't happen. There is a lot of empty like there's just too many questions of like, and very too many inconsistency, and it just pisses me off a bit, like, because I know Geats has so much potential like into being a good series, but then I hate it when they do these type of things. So, and you guys have literally said most of the points.
That's every Kamen Rider. Every Kamen Rider has potential. What are you talking about? It's these writers that are dropping the ball.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just
I mean, no. Takahashi's writing is fantastic. What are you talking about? Stop, please. I can't take it.
Yeah, so yeah, this episode was really disappointing, and okay, I was very surprised to the last scene of Archimedo being like swallowed, and we actually see that whole entire shadow. Like, I was just like, this is a kid's show. Can you really do this? But like,
you need to watch some more Heisei Phase 1 Kamen Rider shit.
It's something called that I am. It's something called that I am never good with horror films. But yeah, so that actually.
You watch Kamen Rider. You know Kamen Rider's roots are in this shit.
Yes, I know. So I don't know what is happening here, but then yeah. So yeah, just.
Take Mark's advice. Is
Keiwa even dead? Like, that is my biggest question.
He's Bubbles. No, he went to Saber.
Yeah, he's become happiness, you know.
Well, there has been rumors of like this fantasy buckle, and it's going to be the upgrade form of both Keiwa and Neon. So I was just like, is that going to be the preparation of the upgrade? Because when are we going to get
a shared upgrade? You just completely killed the hype for me.
Wait, what?
No, because. No, I don't. I know it's rumors.
Is that a theory, or is that like a?
It's a theory, but still, like, when are we getting upgrade for Keiwa? Because we
next
got
month.
We got Holy live at around 26. Yes, 26. So, but now it's like 31.
No, it's usually around the 30s that secondary writers get their final S form. I don't know why it's
that's their final form. So that means that Keiwa doesn't.
Probably
yes, but remember, Holy Live was planned to be that final form.
Yes, Holy Live was the original final form for that. Like, which Evolution wasn't supposed to be a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, just I'm just frustrated. Like, I had to also rethink as to what the hell just happened. Like, the only thing I like in this episode is just the design of the goddess of creation that they created. That's the only good aesthetic.
Because it was a Final Fantasy boss. That's all it was. Like, the second I saw it, I was just like, Final Fantasy 6.
Again, remember the first time we had a Final Fantasy boss, and K would die to it again? The first time?
Oh, yeah. K would just be... He should never play Final Fantasy.
This is why I said this is exactly beat for beat what happened the first time, except no power up for Keiwa.
Yeah, because last time it was Cactuar.
Exactly.
So, I think whoever's working on this is just a big Final Fantasy fan. So, could be somebody in the staff that's doing all that. So, you mean Himeno's winning? Rita still got 55% of the votes. What are you talking about? It's 55-45 right now. Chest of Greatness. So any, like, where do we go from here when it comes to Geats? Like, what would make this show? Because right now I feel like it's in a downward trajectory for most people watching this show, because it's been in a little bit. It's starting to hit that slump that Revice hit like halfway through.
Yeah.
Like, what would save this show for you? What needs to happen in the next like 3 episodes? Ash, I'll go to you.
3 episodes. Oh, 3 episodes. Oh,
yes. In the next 3 episodes, what needs to happen for you to be like you're getting back in your stride again?
Mm-hmm. Well, next week is the end of the Yamato Grand Prix, so I'm curious to see where the show is going to go from there. So, I guess we'll find out what's going to happen to Buffer because it seems like they're teasing like they're not their final confrontation, but another confrontation. We don't know where it's going to go from them. So, is Buffer going to be the final big bad? Is the actual like? Did we get any confirmation on that Yamato City that we saw like 20 plus episodes ago?
I think that all got destroyed by Beroba.
Oh yeah, that would have gotten nuked. Yeah,
destruction.
So,
damn greenhouse.
True.
so even then, like that deepest of lore that we could have gotten from that and all the other like Yamato evolutions that they had been working up, pretty much got grounded in the matter of one episode. And even though it was a cool scene at the end, I was just like, you just ruined all the character development for these bad guys.
Yeah. I get the feeling with Arc Metal getting eaten, that Yamato is going to be maybe the final boss if he's going to have like the ultimate like evolution, like learning about everything from him. So that could be a thing. But next 3 episodes, it's hard to say because this show has its moments. So it could do anything within the next 3 episodes. So it's hard to say.
Well, because of course, the next episode ends this current arc because they always go on 2 episodes arc, and then we have the next arc after that one that would be like the reset of whatever ends up happening, and whether or not they really start leaning into the Yamatos being proper baddies, because like something's got to be up with Archimetal digging up this one Yamato. Maybe there's other like very strong Yamato that have just been like fermenting for a long ass period of time. Like they could pull out their own version of, say, like a Checkmate 4 just out of nowhere. But I don't know. I don't know what Takahashi's currently thinking. Maybe Daichi actually becomes a relevant character and becomes a proper like bad guy. I don't know.
Yes, please.
Because Daichi, like, he's doing nothing right now. He's sitting there.
He's commentary.
He's chilling.
He's just standing
he's like
there
a commentator
menacingly, and not even. He's just there to like tell everybody what they already know.
Oh no, Naon's looking for a house. She didn't quit.
Kyun's got that house. Like I said, Kyun's got a room.
It's true.
So that's all that could be going on. That's all. Cloudy, what needs to fix this series for you in the next 3 episodes?
Could that even probably
Head writer change?
Yeah. What? No. God. I mean, how dare you imply such a thing, Zio? Although I do agree that Takahashi should focus on outsiders and maybe let someone else handle Geats for a bit. I'm just saying, maybe that's the problem. But all right, so maybe I don't know. I would like them when they do the reset or whatever the heck, give us proper villains, or at least a proper like hierarchy of what's gonna be like set up the end game pretty well. Ideally, I would like to see evil Kawa because he hates the DGP so much, fighting to try to get rid of it because he now knows that they're eating people's happiness, and he doesn't like the whole unfairness and balance thing that Kekara explained to him. That would be nice. That obviously, I think the next arc should be them basically fighting the DGP in whatever way they can, because I know that their powers are very dependent on Niram and like the supporters. So I don't know how they're going to be allowed to fight the DGP, but I would assume in a way that would be what's going to be happening next. At least I would hope. Other than that, I'm hoping that they end the Geats stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because Geats, no offense, is a very boring and bland character. Like when he gets things focused on him, he's only good if he has like a good support. So I don't think he has that right now. So stop.
I mean, that was the entire point of this show, wasn't it? They were like, let's make a character that's already fully fleshed out so we can focus on the side characters so we don't run into the situation of our main character becoming a background character because they're already good at everything. But then it's just like they just made everybody else the background character after putting like hyper focus on them in the beginning. And then it's just like, nah, it's Geats. It's talking about Geats. It's Geats stuff.
So yeah, I would hope like the stuff involving his mom, I wouldn't say gets completely resolved because obviously there's the Goddess of Creation stuff, but I hope we're done with that. Like we established that, we're done with it, we move on to every other character and then conclusion. I know I didn't say like the last 3, but I'm just hoping that's what the show goes in that direction eventually. You know? Sorry.
Yeah, let's just kill Ace so that way when he comes back he's just an infant right away.
Oh yeah, good idea.
He comes back as like Neon and Kyun's son.
Oh God, stop! You're putting fan fiction out there, so
it's gonna be a thing.
Don't make it.
That's like almost like final arc of Gantz bad.
That is almost final arc of Gantz bad. Although Gantz was the anime pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the creator was calling out Geats for copying his premise, even though it was a joke.
I love that. I love that tweet. I've got it screenshot saying, I wonder if the I wonder if Takahashi thinks that the copyright of Gantz is up by now.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Takahashi, of course, amazing writer, would never plagiarize on purpose.
Sure. Nexus, how do they save Geats? Next 3 episodes.
I wish they had the episode for Keiwa as the same status as we had with Neon, and also giving like background, like story about Keiwa with his parents. Like,
so you want Keiwa like crying for 2 episodes?
No, not that, but just like wish that there was some more background of like the death between his parents and more explanation in a ways, but like what happened to his parents in a ways. I just wish these 2 episodes were the same like high status as we had with Neon's development, but yeah, nah, we're not getting that, which sucks. So
well, that's the thing. Sorry to cut you off. That's the thing. There's like a lot of things in this show that we learn about that goes unexplained. Like John and Ben, they're writers. That has been touched upon yet. I would love to learn about that. Maybe we'll get like a TV Toei thing about it. But there's stuff in the show. Yeah, there's like stuff in the show that goes unexplained. Sorry to cut you off for going that ramble, but yeah.
Yeah, and then now I lost my train of thought. Shit.
You wanted 2 episodes of Keiwa crying. Yes, go on.
No, it's not that. But yeah, and I really don't know. I just hope they can maybe also we may have some backstory as to Nero, because we do know he's a future like staff of the DGP, but maybe it's because the Yamato Grand Prix is going to be ending soon. So maybe we can get more information on Nero and see whether like how he was even became like the producer of the DGP in the first place. That would be some good information. So yeah, it's just the Geats has been on like a big stop, like a big like halt, and I wish it can now pick up the momentum again.
Rita yet again? Oh my.
Yes, Rita did win the poll. It was relatively close. It was 56 to 43. But real quick, because Ash brought up a point that it's just like, once again, this was something that was introduced and it kind of like went through the wayside. And it's kind of weird, especially when we saw like John recently, like in the Oni episode of Geats. And that was like post the whole revelation. And he was just there chilling, like nothing's ever happened, even though he technically has had his memories restored. So it's like, it's kind of weird. They give us this plot point, and then it's just like, let's go back to character regression for a second.
Wait, would they have their memories restored at this point?
They touched their ID core.
They touched their ID
yeah,
core.
but that was I think 2 DGPs ago. Right?
I believe it was the DGP that wasn't reset.
Oh, was that? Are you sure that? Because then Keiwa's sister would still have her memories, right?
No, because that was the DGP. Like Ace literally won the game. Like
that first one. I just always assumed that after the end of like the non-end of like the Yamato Grand Prix, where it became the reality talk show, they reset it into the reality talk show.
Just too much shit. It's too much shit. Like,
so you're saying that the what was it? The episode that we had when they had the spectating, is that the reset of the memories?
No, I assume the reset happened like right before before
we went to like the reality show game. Yeah. Like that was the last.
Yeah, because I was thinking of like the recap episode.
No, like, that one technically wasn't a proper reset because they had no proper winner.
Exactly
during that one either.
Oh, so then the disaster, there wasn't a winner at all because
so there were technically 2 games in which we didn't have winners because the disaster plot like went nowhere, no winner, went to the JGP, and then before that one, once again, no winner because Girori interfered.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought
okay,
that
yeah.
they reset it because Giro interfered, and they just brought these contestants back. I know they definitely didn't from Disaster to JGP. But then again, it could just be something they sweep under the rug for later.
Yeah, they're just like we did this thing just to make the fans overseas happy, but y'all want this, then we got to get Tokusatsu Toei Tokusatsu fan club up to 1 million subscribers, and then we'll see about making a side special. They pull shit like that. They would definitely pull some shit like that.
No, that's what happened with the Ortega
exactly.
Lucas,
that's why I said
George special.
That's
like
exactly
they were like, we reached this amount of subscribers and we will create it, and boom, there we have. Now we have the Ortega George special. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Zio or Ash and Nexus. What buckles do you think that Ben and Tom and Ben had?
Ooh.
Like if they had to use a buckle from what we've seen so far, what do you think?
Is it the big one or is it the small armed ones?
They're probably going to use the small armed ones. I
would say big one. Why not? Whatever you think it fits them the best. Just
Magnum.
Curious. Magnum.
Yeah, maybe Magnum.
Yeah, just because the coloration for Magnum.
For which one or both?
And they were bodyguards, so they were bodyguards, so maybe Magnum.
I'm trying to think.
That would be pretty. Yeah.
Was there one that like? There's so many buckles. Was there one like
she
that
would
was like
also work.
a punching variety?
Yeah, that's Monstar.
Yeah,
blue and
Monster.
yellow.
Yeah, Monster's also a good one.
That could work for Ben.
Oh, okay.
I can see that working for him.
All right. I was just curious what you guys thought.
So, according to the poll that I just put out, I just asked, will John and Ben get writer forms in show? We got 72% of people actually saying yes to it. So,
I don't agree.
I don't think it's going to happen. Like, I'll be happy to be proven wrong, but at this rate in time, I just don't know.
I think you just asked if 72% of the audience is coping.
Probably. Speaking of coping, Hat Guy.
Yes.
So let's go to this week's King-Ohger. Perfect segue. Because of course this week's King-Ohger was another decent episode. I wouldn't say that it was like a high bar, but it definitely is
it's
better
a high bar.
It's pretty good
than Geats in general. The best part of this episode for me was definitely the deep-seated lore that we got towards a certain event that I'll get to in a moment. Of course, the entire thing is once again King Raculus, the Dick Almighty himself, has once again proclaimed Gira a traitor to the country. Why? Because he fucked with King-Ohger and knocked that thing down while stealing hidden goods that belong to the people, aka God Sasori. And of course, Haggai ain't about that, especially when he bared witness to the entire event.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, of course, we got ourselves the Bowski out here after, of course, the events. Rita and the Bowski go ahead and just decide that, hey, something's gotta happen. Raculus can summon King-Ohger even without Gira's help, but the Bowski's got a plan. Now the thing is, I thought it might have been the hostage situation that happens like after this episode, but people are telling me in my comments that it's probably the duel that's been set up for next week's episode, and that's the actual plan that he had and not the actual hostage like situation. It's probably just Raculus pushing the extra buttons, but we'll see once we get our explainer next week. And then, of course, we got the cooperation of the nations with Yanma's folks from Enkasopa and Himeno's folks from Ishibana going ahead to try and treat the Shoe Gods after getting hit with that poison. Because, of course, Yanma's folks think, look, they're machines. We can solve this using technology. And Himeno's like, nah, they got poison. We can fix this with medicine. So they end up having a face-off when it comes to medicine and technology, which was actually a pretty interesting feat in itself. And of course, at the end, they discovered that it's best to just put the two together and come up with a solution. We get Monster of the Week stuff. We're going more traditional Sentai this week, though. I would say that the Bugnarok are kind of like the weakest aspect of the show thus far, because they kind of just show up, do some shit, and then that's it. In this case, I do find it weird that they keep calling Gira by his first name. Like, does anyone else find that weird? Like, at this point in time for a Sentai show, that they're on a first name basis with one of their like adversaries, and they're not just calling them like the name of the team or anything like that. They're specifically singling out Gira, which I'm like, okay, it's kind of off, but then we get probably the best designed monster of the week we've had
Yes.
this show, because it was,
Colonel
The
Ants.
army ant. I love it.
it was so damn good, and I was just
And
like,
he's voiced by Broly.
bro,
The hat.
like
Oh my god.
I knew that the voice sounded familiar when I watched them. I just couldn't put my like hand on it where like I'd heard the voice before. But the thing that got me was just like, I know so many people that just are taking King-Ohger to be like the most serious of serious Sentais, and then they throw this in here, and I'm just like, boy, here we go. We went back to cheese. That's it. So I was all about this guy. Like, it was great, of course, leading the command squad just to scope out, find God Kabuto. The second they find him, they literally just swoop in, snatch him up. Hat guy gets his comeuppance, but he's still around. But, you know, it's nice to see him in pain a little bit. That's not caused by seeing Gira betray his country. And then we get the backstory, the whole backstory sequence to the Fury of the Gods, an event that happened 15 years prior, in which we don't know specifically what happened. Yanma said it was a natural disaster, but of course, from Himeno's perspective, no, it seemed completely man-made, especially since we had this one cloaked figure literally seat himself in there and take out the royals of that time, which for me kind of plays into a lot of the dynamic that's going on now, just because, you know, usually when you think of a world set, when there is a lot of different monarchs, there's usually a very large age gap between the different monarchs and countries. But here we see everybody skewing kind of similar within about like less than 10 years of each other. Now we know why, because of course this guy was the one that took out Himeno's parents. Yanma's parents were gone before he even like knew of their existence proper or even had rational thought. And we still haven't gotten proper backstory when it comes to like everyone else's, but I'm thinking that's probably going to come pretty soon. Of course, we get these teases of these locust shoe gods that are doing this whole plague, which is a good callback to the plagues of Egypt. I thought was a nice callback. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the close up to the shadowed face, but then they give us that red part of their suit being exposed, which is obvious.
Could be
exactly what nation uses red. Then, of course, we got ourselves Sergeant Ant going ahead, growing big with the rest of them. They just eat some shit and grow big. I was just like, what? That's how I thought they were just like selected to become big. Nah, they just eat some shit and get some big. And then, of course, Sasorine's not about them kidnapping her man, who doesn't know it yet. Meanwhile, Gira ends up in Shugadan, because, of course, we've got these little things thrown into the set, so of course we know it's Shogadan and not Tofu, even though it's the same set. But of course we got the cooperation of the nations, and then of course Himeno finding out that Sasori has a crush on God Kabuto, even though looking at God Kabuto, it looks like he has no idea about this development. And then of course we kidnap them kids, and Gira's got some duels next week. So yeah, this was King-Ohger for this week, which I thought really the Fury of the Gods portion was really the big. Oh yeah, it's Scorpion now. It was Sassorine. Himeno gave Sassorine a name change, so now it's Scorpion, which did wreck some shit, did cut through some bug the rock like nobody's business. But yeah, this was overall like a much better episode compared to the Geats episode that we got there. But of course, that's not saying much. We did get some good portions of lore, but of course it didn't overstay its welcome, like Geats. I'm going to go ahead and compare it to Geats on every aspect because it just did so many things better. Better villain overall. I thought, once again, this was like a very fun monster of the week. I do wish that like Sentai would stop doing the trope of just a monster of the week and have like a monster proceed to showing up like several times. Like this would be there's got to be multiple ants. If there was like another one, like if he had like a younger brother or something like that would show up like a few episodes later, I'd be all in. Like, I'm gonna get revenge from my bro. Like, up for it. But yeah, Ash, what did you think about this week's King-Ohger?
No, I really enjoyed it. I like the lore, learning about Himino's backstory and learning about her past. Fun fact: when we saw Kid Himino, that actress was, I believe, Australian Japanese.
She is.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but like I liked learning about that backstory of her past because you kind of understand her driving force and why she actually wanted God Scorpion the whole time, because the assassin used that poison, so she wants to discover what it's made of, and then she ends up befriending it, which was really interesting. So that was a nice character development for her. One thing that I found incredibly stupidly funny is when Gira is hiding in that little shop and the guards come in, and was it Kagoni says, "Oh, he's not
Kagone, I
here."
think. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, she says he's not
Kogane.
here, and then the guard's like, "Oh, okay, then we'll leave." And then he's like, you find out Gira's like hiding in the corner under baskets in like the most shittest fucking hiding spot ever. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. Like, really good. Like, I love the monster of the week. That is so dumb and goofy that I love it, and I hope we see more of it. Like, if he's got a brother, I hope it's like another brother that's in the military and he's like a high ranking.
Yep. Yep. Just the same suit. Maybe they put a mustache on him and it's just like that's it. That would be the change up. Or a new hat. Different branch of the military.
Another fun scene that I got out of this one was, sorry, I've cut you off. Another fun scene was like when Yama went to take a swing at Gira and he just went out of the way.
I was about to say that. No.
I mean, you can still say it later.
I was gonna say that. Dang it.
Like, it gave me, like, it reminded me of that one scene in Clerks 3 where Dante takes a swing at Randall and he hits the door. But like, yeah, this episode was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed it a lot more than Geats. I will say that. Like, I'm enjoying a lot of King-Ohger, and I'm curious to see where it's going to go next. Like, not next week, tomorrow. With Gira facing off Hercules, but tomorrow is also the same day we're getting that Gira special, I believe. So they're dropping on the same day.
You mean the Hercules one?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Gira. I said Gira. Sorry, the Hercules special. So I'm curious how that's going to tie into one another. But yeah, enjoyed this episode, and King-Ohger's been killing it.
Here's hoping they could keep it up, because I mean, Geats was still killing it at this point in time too. So don't blow your load too early, especially since we did have some like off green screen effects this episode, which I called out in my review. Like, some shadows were gone. They were gone. So Cloudy, what do you think about this week's King-Ohger?
Very good. A lot of comedic elements that I really enjoyed. I like the way the ants in the Bugnarok carried away God Kabuto, if you noticed, because he was poisoned, he was just completely upside down, just like, yep, this is my life now. This is what's happening. I enjoyed that very much. I liked the backstory with Ishibana, and knowing that at least like their parents were rulers before or prior, and we got to see them. But I'm just curious, like, which one of like her parents was like the proper royal bloodline, if you know what I mean? Because only one, I'm sure it's got to be one of them. So like, which one of them was the previous Yellow King-Ohger, or
I doubt they're ever gonna tell us.
Probably not. But if I do find that interesting, I would like to know. Or maybe because the mother or dad married into royal, either of them could have been the next the King-Ohger, or use the Ohger caliber. Who knows? Just a fun little thing that I was thinking of. It's probably never going to get answered.
Maybe there was no need for there to be King-Ohgers without the Bugnarok being there. It was literally just decoration.
Possibly. Who knows? Maybe they never used it. That'd be interesting. I liked that when Sassorine or Scorpy combined with the King-Ohger, that they basically used the Tenha Kyoken. That was pretty cool. The Burning Hand, for those of you who have ever seen G Gundam, which was pretty nice. But overall, I think this was a very good episode. I like the bro moment between Gira and Yama. I thought that was like a very entertaining scene, which is basically them all agreeing to work together, but without saying it like out loud like that. So overall, I'd have to say this was at least on par with the masterpiece that was Geats this week. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So you're saying Takahashi's understudy has a lot to work up to?
Absolutely. What? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You really want to do that hand?
I'm scared, yo, because I don't.
You're gonna slip up. You're gonna slip up.
I don't believe in coincidences, and it's been 3 times this week. I broke my pinky, and my wrist was cut, and then the side of my hand was also cut. I can't.
Okay, so Nexus, how'd you feel about King-Ohger?
Loved it, like the comedy in it, because people said that the series is too serious, but then having this comedy, and as Ash said, that scene with
Did they not
Yama
watch
and
episode 2?
like this scene with the Yama and Yamagast just shooting. I was drinking. There was a story. I was drinking water during that scene, and then when he missed that punch, I literally almost choked, and I was just like, "What the hell?" But
It would have
was
been
so
funnier
funny.
had the punch landed, though. Like, it would have been.
And then also with Himeno just teasing Scorpy, and then Scorpy's reaction was just so cute. And I'm really excited because now we have the 2 events. We have one event that was 2,000 years ago because of the sealing of the Bugnarok, and now we have this 15-year ago event. So I'm really love this information that we're getting, and hope we can maybe not get more, but just continue with the flow, and also just continue with this build up. And then Rita and Daboski being on the side of Raculus, I want to see when they go to Gira's side. So that will also be a good development. Now, is there a chance I can tell a spoiler here?
No.
No.
If it's not something that I haven't been aware of, then no.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Was it in the preview?
If it's something that's in the preview, then yes. If it's not in the preview, no.
Not. It was in the Twitter post that I saw.
Okay, no, I have not really been on Twitter this entire week. So.
Then, okay, for whoever who knows that there was this Twitter post that happened, and that gave me some questions. But
you're still gonna say shit. God.
No, it didn't. No, I just said that.
Now you're just gonna make me overthink on some shit.
I didn't say what the content was. So, but yeah, and then the scene where the hackers were going up against each other against Himeno's like assistants, I thought that was funny as well. Like them just typing on their laptops. Okay, I think that's going to be like the most funny scene when I ever see Enko, like the Enkosopa, like people just going on their laptops. I just love them doing that since technology is like one of my fun things. And then yeah, what else happened this episode? I like that we're having this. Like, you guys say that having the like monster of the week trope, it's like not good, but I like it. Like, I think it's since we're not getting it just gives the humor in the ways to this show that is needed.
No, I would say that the issue with the monster of the week trope, at least in the context of like just Sentai in general, is that it's been like a one and done type deal. And right now for this show, the villains are one of the weakest elements to it. So if we can get
since we don't really have much background on it.
Yeah, they just kind of just show up, do some shit, and then leave. Yeah. That's it.
Although I would say the fact that they are focusing more on their characters and building them up is pretty good, and I like that right now because they can save maybe the more cool or fleshed out monsters or the more multi-part monsters that they might have to deal with for later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
I agree with that. But yeah, overall, good episode.
So another portion of this, because I was bringing it up during my review, is just the fact that the Fear of the Gods event happened 15 years ago. And we know that Gira's kidnapping happened over 10 years ago. Now, I was like incorrect in my initial portion, which I did do a correction to in my own review, because in the records in which Rita was looking at, there wasn't really specifically a year stated, just that the last record for this was like over 10 years ago. There's the very real possibility that Gira's initial kidnapping could have happened adjacent to what was going on with the Fury of the Gods set. So
could it have happened at the same time?
It's very possible. So that's like the likely scenario on it.
Wait, how much do we know? Like potentially, how long maybe that kidnapping happened after we saw that scene of young Gira and young Reckless? Potentially,
we don't know. Just that the last record of the Rainbow Jujuria happened over 10 years ago, but we don't know like anything else because, of course, if that was like 15's longer than 10 years ago, so of course, like it just depends what happened first, like either the kidnapping or the fury of the gods.
I would only say because Reckless would have had to go through like an incredibly fast growth spurt at puberty if that was him, in Ishibana. But who knows?
I mean, I don't think the thing is the biggest issue is whether or not the actors are portraying the same age that they are.
Right.
Because if they are, then 15 years ago, Raculus would have been 18.
True.
So it would have fit. But if he's playing like, say, a 27-year-old, then that's a whole different ballgame because then he would have been 12.
Right. Although it seems like at least he from the what's it called the backstory the flashback we got with them, he's at least like I would say like it looks like he's at least 5 years older than Gira. At least based on the way he acts alone.
Well, the thing is, it's just like Gira in that shot from 10 years prior. I'm like, he doesn't look like because Gira's actor is like 25.
Yeah.
If it was 10 years ago, he doesn't look like a 15-year-old in that shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's definitely not a 15-year-old.
So I feel like maybe that happened a lot longer.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, if that flashback happened, say 15 years ago, then he would have been around 10-ish. So it would have fit more with that flashback in line. So it's a very real possibility. We just don't know. Like, so I'm just thinking that right now, after we get that seed plant, like 2 episodes ago regarding it, then it's very possible that that entire portion of the kidnapping happened around that whole Fury of the Gods portion. I just don't know why they would kidnap him and leave him right where he was anyway.
True.
Do you think we'll get some answers in the special, the Reckless special?
If they do give us like that entire information in that special, that just means that we're going to get the answers also in the show within the next episode or 2.
I think they'll drop hints, but then the show will have all the answers.
Maybe.
Will the hooded villain return for Himeno for a Himeno revenge episode? The thing is, it's just like I'm still in the thought process that it's likely like 90% chance it's Raculus. Like, who thinks it might be someone else?
It could be one of the it could be one of the like the subordinates of Raculus.
Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. I think that guy is too thin to be Mario. Could be Luigi.
I think it could be Luigi.
It could be.
It could be either Luigi or it could be
Luigi be both Kamijin and this hood guy?
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, if Kamijin could shapeshift into Luigi in the first place, there's no rationale that he can't.
I mean, also in this episode, in general, like we see more of Mario than we see Luigi.
True.
That is true.
And once again, for people that are confused, we're talking about Raculus's retainers. The short big one is Mario. The tall skinny one is Luigi. That's what we're calling him.
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
What?
Why? But that would go against. That would be go against the point of calling them Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Because even in this shot, like even though chat's like blocking him, like he was here during the kidnapping. We don't see Luigi.
That's Mario. No, guy's
this
Mario.
guy's Mario.
That's Mario.
Oh shit!
He's short and round. Mario short and round. Luigi tall.
Because I thought that because my hypothesis is this guy is Kamijin.
No, the other guy.
No, but this is the guy that I've been thinking has been Kamijin the whole entire time.
But we've seen him when the other ones disappeared.
Exactly. We never see Luigi.
Exactly.
So it's either Luigi.
But Luigi's too tall and skinny.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Because Kamijin's tall and skinny.
Oh my god.
He's tall. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, so every time when we thought this last time, you were thinking this guy?
You were thinking this guy was Luigi?
Oh my god, no.
You played Mario Kart for how long and you can't tell the difference?
Oh my lord. Oh no. Oh god.
I don't think we're gonna see you on this show next week, Nexus. I'm just saying now. You just lost all your street cred with me.
First the jacket, now this. Oh my god.
If Geats ever has another terrible episode, would I give it the Volity Live E? Well, the thing is, the US grading system doesn't have an E. It's technically A, B, C, D, F.
F is at 0%. If there was an E, that would be at negative 20%.
So it would have to be like abysmal.
I would have to be like incredibly bad because each letter grading is 20% of your grade.
So
I'm so sorry.
The Nexus F.
The Nexus F. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't be the 5 F. It's the 4J F. I already have the graphics designed and everything.
Doesn't take Fs.
It's the 4J F because I'm not a big fan of 4J.
I feel like I could change that.
All right. So, any other things about King-Ohger before we move on to Once and Always?
It's better than Geats.
Yep, better than Geats.
Definitely better than Geats.
Oh wait, no, wait, I slipped. Oh fuck.
Oh, goodbye hand.
They're coming for it. I can feel it.
You can just still use your left hand. You'll be all right.
No, no.
He's gonna lose his legs at this point.
They come for my kneecaps next.
All right, Drizzling Deoxy. Do you want to go ahead and lead the recap of Once and Always while I step away for a hot second?
The recap. Oof. So recap. This is like the best of my ability. So opens up with a big battle. Trini dies. And then there's a time skip, and then Reader's capturing Rangers. I'm not good at recaps, to be honest. But what did everyone think of the special? You checked it out.
Absolutely. After the rewatch, I'm giving 7.5 out of 10.
What's your previous rating? A
7.
6?
No,
Okay, cool.
Zio was a 6. I was like
cool.
at a solid 7 after rewatching it, and obviously having my expectations toned a bit. Definitely a far more enjoyable watch. I would dare say maybe even an 8. I think overall there was some very good references to the old stuff. Tons of stuff I wanted to see was in there. So obviously there were certain things that I was hyped for that I didn't see, but it's fine. Like,
fine. Like there's some stuff I was thinking. Like there was some plot holes with the special, but it's Power Rangers. Like it's going to have plot holes. Like not everything's going to get explained. For stuff like for some lore stuff, like the Z Wave, like that that's always been a fan term, but they actually use that in the special.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah. Robo Reader's origins was interesting. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting that someone would actually build her.
Over by Alpha.
I was thinking Alpha was gonna build her by accident or like for
but
some.
No, Alpha is the Robo Reader.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
any points on it, Nexus?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like, I think I only watched it once. I haven't done like a rewatch, but I think it would be better if I do a rewatch because I might have been thinking too critically about it at the start, but I need to now think of it just like an anniversary. And I just don't like it that the whole Megazord fight was CG. That's just the only part I don't like. I wish they had some actual. And Galaxy, hello.
I mean, I would take 2 points alone.
It was mid. That entire special was mid. It did nothing for me. It did not move the needle. Besides the ending. The ending was the best part.
Wow.
The ending was the best part of it.
Was it the more phenomenal? Did that take away like a couple points for you?
No. In general, like they set up Min as a character, but I just still have so many questions. First of all, who is the daddy?
Yay.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like there was Zach. Who's paying for that house? Trini died. Who's paying for that house?
Billy, he's freaking loaded. Billy, he's loaded.
Yeah, he's the Tony Stark / Bruce Wayne of like the Power Rangers universe. It looks like,
and he's just letting this girl without parent live in this house by herself for the next year.
She's a college student. Why not? Who cares?
Just out there. Also, once again, all the photos on the wall was of Trini. No dad in the picture. So I'm just like, what would have helped me out is just like if she just said one line, going like, "First dad, now mom." When they came back, like, all they had to do. That's all they had to do to at least address that portion. But that wasn't in there at all. Because I would assume that because the actress that's playing Min she's also what was toy? Yeah, like that. Her father's probably the same as well, so it wouldn't have been any of the main cast.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just those those type of things, and then the shocking part was the explainer for Robo Rita, because
Yes.
because it's like the entire plot point of this turns out that they were just trying to harness the powers of Zordon's waves that were still circulating the universe to try and get him to come back. I don't know that was ever even a real possibility, but I guess so. They went that route. Only for them to get the essence of Rita's hate instead, which I was like, and I'm just like, out of everyone else, why Rita? And also, why couldn't they just do this for Lord Zed as opposed to plucking him from a previous timeline? Because isn't that how current Zed exists?
Marks of appearance of Lord Zed. Oh no.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm just kind of curious if they did find the evil energies spread across after the Z-Wave nonsense. Why? What says they couldn't find the good ones either? Or do they not exist because it was just them pushing out the evilness and then it just faded away?
Well, because
the good ones of Rita.
Yeah.
Well, the good ones of Rita's Mystic Mother, but did she die at the end of Mystic Force? I can't remember.
No, she was still very much well intact at the end of Mystic Force.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, because even in Magi Ranger, she was still fine.
She was there.
Okay.
I'm just curious, why Mystic Mother, aka regular Rita, wouldn't be like, what? I have a evil robotic version of myself out there. I gotta go in there. I gotta get.
Yeah, they could have tried doing something like that, but of course, no, that never.
Yeah.
Was a thing. It's just honestly, it would have made more sense if this was remnants of the Machine Empire yet again, building a Rita replicant or something like that, and then we just have big bad Beetleborg costumes once again, something. But
the dusty VR troopers suits lying around,
possibly,
probably, or they can just steal the Kamen Rider Kabuto suits from Toei and just say they're part of the Machine Empire, and that would work.
Oh no!
It'd be the decade suit.
Power Rider. That would be it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you get the Power Rider.
Okay.
No, so it's they fumbled the ball on a few things. I did enjoy the cheesiness, the quips that they had during the fights and things like that, because that did give me full on nostalgia for what I watched as a kid. That's how I remember the Power Rangers doing everything. They're Spider-Man essentially, because Spider-Man always has the quips while he's fighting. The Rangers did so as well, and I was just like, man, this is the highlight for me when it comes
to shade at Rocky
fighting. Yep.
The
shit. He actually landed a kick.
The hip hop as well. Sorry, when
a point, there was a small moment of it, but that was it.
I just gotta say, when I heard Billy say that his line about the rotation of that kick, I was just like, "Wow, Billy! Wow, cold."
Yep.
You weren't even there, and you're throwing
shade. It wasn't here. The news must have spread to Aquitar. Yo, Billy, guess what Rocky did?
He was like, "Damn, he missed out on Turbo because of this." Oh my god.
It's that Blue Ranger insight. What happens to another Blue Ranger just picks it up like twin telepathy.
He's like, how far
is the disturbance in the blue power grid?
Oh my
god! Someone's missing the ring broke their back. Now he was replaced by a child.
Oh my god!
God, Rocky just out here catching L's.
I mean, no, he got the final. One of the. He got the final,
Yeah, and not only that, but they were brutal with the fights. They were legit, tearing up those fucking buddies.
The death by Trini, that was. I think that was a
Billy ramming Robo Rita through. That was it.
That caught me off guard.
That was caught me off guard. Yeah, I was just like, damn.
Y'all just ending it like that.
Rocky, now Rita. God dang.
Yeah, the fact that it was Billy doing it, I was like, shit. I didn't know he had it in him.
Yep. Absolutely brutal when it comes to those
now because of that move, I understand why he's a leader.
I thought Zach was more framed as the leader on this one.
Yeah, so that's the weird thing about this. It's just Billy's front and center in all the promotional works, but from this special, Zach was the lead for me. He was the one that was carrying everything.
Yeah.
He was essentially really the heart of this entire thing, because all the interactions between him and Min were just like top tier A1, like the greatest part of this entire thing.
You truly fit, like, he fit like the dad guardian role very well.
Yeah, he did.
Like that scene after Trinity's death, and him and Billy having that argument, like they're really going at it. Like Zach, like Walter's really putting his heart into it, like having like that real performance. Like,
why can't he come back?
They tell the secret.
I'm also like, why are they arguing what to tell Min in her house? Like,
yeah,
that's so dumb.
Top of their voice shouting.
Jesus. This is weird. I just remembered what was it again? Yeah, it was Stick's prediction is the exact way that Billy killed Rita. Because if you remember, Stick's prediction for the ending was that Zed would appear and stab Billy in the back, like through the chest.
Yep.
So,
I've got that on
here.
Oh,
instead
so
then it was Billy that did it.
Yeah.
Yes, so close.
So close.
Man, but yeah, the CG Megazord was the worst.
I'd hate it.
Gross
for me.
Why?
The proportion looks so bad. Like something about those proportions were terrible.
It's just
Zio,
why did they not go back to their roots? Like
Zio Nexus, I would argue one thing though. The details on the mech itself, like when you look at it, like the wear and tear and like
it's great.
Like,
it's great. Yeah. That part's great. But when we get to the actual fighting, I'm just like, bruh, y'all went to New Zealand for a reason, because Japan's right fucking there. They got that suit in storage.
Well, they
y'all
might.
can ask for it.
They brought it back for Zenkaiger. Was that CG?
I don't know.
I believe they brought it back for Zenkaiger.
Do they? Is that actually well preserved? Because I've seen like the clips of how these suits are preserved, and some of them, oh Lord, no.
Yeah, but I think because of the popularity of MMPR in general, that Toei probably like remade the suit at some point in time.
Has it on backup if like they ever need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I just don't know based on the current Hasbro Toei relations that might be the reason why they didn't like hit them up. But I'm just like, they use the same stunt guys nowadays, like in terms of staffing. But I guess because it's going through a different agency, maybe that's part of the reason. But
it was disappointing.
I don't know.
I had my money on that Suitmation. Damn.
Exactly.
You
like
did.
I feel like the bets that I've done, I had too much high expectations.
Like that. Like, I feel like I won like nothing, and Zio's just laughing about it.
I think I just had too high expectations. That's the problem, and because of it, now I lost.
We'll get to it when we get to it. Let's continue.
Get that smile off your face.
Talking about some good stuff.
Blade.
Let's talk about the good stuff of this show. One of which was not Billy's acting, because
oh god,
I gotta say, like, David Yost could not carry a scene. Like, he probably had the flattest acting out of everybody else in the cast for this, for me. I don't know if anybody else felt the same, but I'm just like, in a lot of the scenes, I'm just like, can you emote a little bit more, please? Like, I'm not feeling it from you in a lot of them.
I think I only felt it in the very last scene when they were at the juice bar.
It kind of felt like he was trying to play up that like nerdy tech guy that he was before, and by doing that, like, he did that in a way that he tried to be cold and sort of robotic, which did not help make him, sell his acting, at least for me.
No. And the thing is, just like, he's supposed to be the one that appears in Cosmic Fury, and after this, I'm just like, I'm good. I don't have to see you in Cosmic Fury.
Can we get Zach, please?
Yeah, Zach would be better.
Walter looks like he'd be up for it.
He probably would be now, after like all the water under the bridge when it comes to all that stuff. So, and of course, it's like he's got nothing to do. He gave up being a congressman. That was the entire thing.
Yeah.
Apparently been a congressman this entire time. Now he's just like, yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna raise Min until she's ready to just go off on her own. Now, the thing that I did like was the fact that, yes, Min did end up getting like a proper passing of the torch at the end. The thing is, I just didn't like how it was like the blast hitting the morpher, activating the powers, or at least like triggering like the powers for her to be able to transform when previously she wasn't like there. And I'm also like, isn't that the same blast that killed your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
You survived it without a suit. just because they hit the morpher. Okay, all right. Okay.
The reason was kind of okay. Go ahead, Ash. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, I get, like, it's kind of a weird, like, this, like, she survived, like, the morpher saved her, but, like, the whole lesson was her having that big hero moment after Zack gave that speech, so that's why the power was activated. But yeah, I'm surprised, like the morpher protected her. I mean, what is that thing made of?
True.
Because even Trini didn't survive the fall after getting blasted, and
she was in armor.
The suits meant to be like armor. But did you see what Simon Bennett? If you're not on Twitter, you would have not seen it. But Simon Bennett said there was meant to be like a more like gruesome way of the Rangers discovering Trini. Like they were meant to find her body on the beach.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but they said it was like not in good taste, so they didn't do it.
I could see why.
Yeah, it definitely would not have been in good taste.
Yeah. And also, I'm just reading the comment talking from Chest of Greatness. Are we going to talk about the other Rangers captured off screen? Yeah, I saw those Rangers, and I'm like, really?
I was like, you couldn't say Zio just a bit, just for once? Just
yeah.
for my money.
Even though we saw like Tanya, but but then there was no mention of the Zio powers at all. Just there you go. Mm-hmm. Tanya is here, gets Cap. That's it. And then of course none of them did an out of suit cameo, which whoever had money in the pot for that one, it's gone. There was no out of suit cameo for any of that. But another thing is like technically it was their fault for activating the Bandora protocol, because of course that made every Ranger go like, oh, we got to go fight, which of course is what led them to get captured to begin with, because they triggered the morphin signal for Rita to send their goons. Also, like, maybe I'm just not remembering right, but isn't Finster the one who makes the putties?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There was no Robo Finster.
Maybe these are new putties because the suits are different.
Just because they got some miscoloration between the headpieces and whatnot. I'm still like, could have at least thrown in a Robo Finster or something like that.
I was shocked that they actually casted someone for JJ and didn't use them like properly, like for the whole thing.
Did they actually cast somebody for JJ? Because the last time, like,
I just thought he got name dropped. I thought he got name dropped.
I thought they did cast down there.
No, they name dropped him here, just like
There's
they did in
only
Ninja Steel.
Okay. I feel like, God, they could have used him in this. This would have been so nice because obviously the passing of JDF, he can't be here.
Yeah, that's probably for like another time when they want to use JJ.
You think that's saving that for maybe a Soul of the Dragon? I hope, please. Yeah.
Possibly. We'll see what happens. Like
another movie?
Yeah, because JJ does join SPD like later years, like post SPD. So yeah, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, at this point, like all of the main cast are like pushing 50. Some of them are about to be 50. Some of them are already in their 50s. So I'm just like, y'all gotta like pass this torch soon to be able to like, because I know Rocky's actor, he's like 49. He turns 50 this year, I think. So it's just like, y'all got to start. If y'all want to keep like MMPR alive, which it seems like they want to, y'all got to pass all these torches soon. Which I'm still like surprised that out of all the Rangers that we had at least like seen, it's only really implied that Trini and Kat and Tommy are like the only ones that actually had children.
No. But I was just curious, like even if it wasn't their own children, maybe like another gang or like some other people with enough qualities.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It may not be like down to children, or it may be like a mentorship type. So
I mean, we saw in passing of the torch in Turbo already.
Exactly.
So it's definitely possible.
I'm just curious, like why they wouldn't, because obviously they're all getting older. Why they wouldn't want like to train a newer, younger, potentially more skill and agile team. Not saying that they're too old to do the job. I'm just saying eventually you got to do it, or at least mention it.
But the thing is, for like this special, as someone who watched Power Rangers when it first aired, kept up with it up until like SPD, that was like the dropping point. Haven't really, like, I've tried getting back into it. If they thought that this special was going to be my, or maybe anybody else's gateway back into the franchise after this, I would say they failed at it, because it didn't like make me want to keep pursuing watching the series from this. It's like a one and done type thing, but they didn't set anything up that made me want to go like, I gotta see what's going to be going on after this, that type of stuff. Which is like where a proper like passing of the torch, like of a full team versus just the one, would have probably helped, or at least like have that segue into Cosmic Fury or something like that, just so we can get something like that.
I think it's meant
money because
it's meant to be a one and done.
Yeah, I think honestly, if they really wanted to, since they're again trying to do their own thing post Cosmic Fury, if they had set up a new team, they could have revisited the MMPR that they love so much with a brand new cast and face of characters that we could get, and then they could do callbacks and whatnot. But I guess they don't want to.
It was supposed to be an 8 episodes miniseries. I don't know if I've heard.
Wait,
that's what someone said. That's what someone said in the chat.
Mm.
I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I don't know if that's a Jin rumor or that's something else that was planned. Like, that could be totally something different. Yeah, yeah.
This
that would have
like,
been so much better.
I might have to look into that if it's true.
I wouldn't say so, because with the content we did get, I don't know if drawing this out 8 episodes we would have had. Because if this was super cut and condensed, I just don't know, what else would have been here to watch.
Yeah, Ash, just hit up Simon Bennett, be like, "Is this true?"
Yeah,
he doesn't he doesn't return my messages.
Oh, god damn it!
Oof,
man, rough. So yeah. Plus, if they did do it for 8 episodes, I don't know how they can maintain that CG budget. Then again, they got that Netflix money, and I'm like, did y'all just spend it all on
the CG?
On that CG?
Yeah,
probably the command center set they spent it on.
Probably having all those expensive vehicles on loan.
For
Billy not to drive. They had that whole showcase of nice fancy ass vehicles outside. It's just like, we're not gonna touch any of these. Rad bug, here we go.
Do you think that's like? Do you think that's like what they use the money on, or like someone?
No,
probably just to Billy seem like he's as rich as what they're like.
Yeah,
portraying.
It doesn't cost that much to rent those cars for a couple hours, so I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because like you can rent those cars for a pretty affordable rate.
Mark, you finally showed up.
Hey.
Oh my god! Hello, Mark.
Hey,
and he's wearing the tycoon hat.
I'm here.
Yep, he's gonna be here and not say anything. He's just gonna stand, look pretty.
Wait, you guys can't hear me?
Oh, we can.
We can.
Okay,
hello.
just stand here if you want.
We thought you didn't want to talk.
The other show was I was waiting because there was like a delay, so I was like, "Am I on? I don't know." Yeah,
no,
sorry.
just
The other
Okay,
show.
we already
Whenever
talked
you
about
can.
Bad Geats. We're on Once and Always right now.
Oh, good. I don't care about Geats.
No one does.
no,
Yeah,
No
no,
one did.
I had you guys on another screen because I was doing another. I got asked to be on a show because I'm old, so everyone's like, "Oh, come on our Once and Always thing," because you were alive when the original Power Rangers. Tell about the old time back in '90s. I'm like,
Come here, dinosaur.
Man,
Come
how
here.
young were these people?
like early 30s, mid 20s. So,
oof, yeah.
but I was here when. Oh no, I saw the poll graph. Okay, you know what? I saw the poll you guys did. Let me down again.
Robbed again. You should do a punishment mark every time Himeno doesn't win.
Every time Himeno doesn't win, I don't wear the nice hat.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay, guys, you heard that.
You want to see that hat again? Damn.
If you guys want to see the hat, vote for Himeno.
Don't vote for Himeno. I mean, vote for Himeno.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask the chat to rate Once and Always, because the thing is, like, going based off a lot of social media, like right after Once and Always, a lot of people were saying this was like the greatest thing ever, and I'm just like, it was okay. Like, I don't see it being like the greatest thing ever. Like, I don't know the state of Power Rangers like the last 20 years to say that it's probably the best Power Ranger thing that they've had in forever. But for me, being a lapsed Power Ranger fan and coming back into it, I would say it's just okay.
A jump to the sky turns to a
Yeah,
rider
your
kick.
review was one of the more unique ones from your like your perspective of it, because like I've seen a lot of people gassing it up like this is 10 out of 10, which it's not. Other people saying that the polar opposite, where people are just like this is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. And then they're literally nitpicking every frame in very long threads.
Oh God.
So it was very intriguing, like because you were kind of like middle of the road, like some good things, some bad things, but it wasn't like you didn't lose your shit over it. Plus, I saw when you were doing your live stream.
Yeah, plus, well, Zio was getting drunk. Let me just correct it. Galaxy Blade was not intoxicated. It was Zio that was consuming copious shots of some rum for every bingo that was being caught correct. And apparently went on a tangent about some flaming hot Cheetos wings, like some Lepus lore was dropped. So yeah.
We're never going to see that again. None of you guys are ever going to see that again if you didn't see that live, 3 a.m.
Yep.
I wasn't awake, so
Dark
I
times.
couldn't.
Ooh, too bad. If only you have a recording. What?
You want to push it, Cloudy, do you?
No, what are you talking about? I don't have anything.
My God.
Yeah, so Senior Moneybags Mark, since you've probably been talking about it, well, you definitely have already been talking about it for so long. So can we get just the Cliff Notes version of what you think about it?
I went into it as this is like a lot of people are like we're looking into all these references, and I was like, this is a 30th anniversary of MMPR. Season 1, maybe season 2. It's not an anniversary for Zio or Turbo or this and that. So I get using Green Ranger, this and that. Don't care. 7-year-old me, inner me, that was how I was every Saturday after soccer practice, watch Power Rangers. That's how I felt watching this.
Yeah,
it was camp. It was cheese. Billy didn't say more phenomenal. That's why I docked a point off my review, like a whole point.
So annoying.
It was what it needed to be, like from because this is the fact that they handled grief in the story plot of it, and not in a sitcom 90s style. Like it was realistic. Like a daughter's gonna react that way. Friends who lose a friend are gonna act that way. It was really good. I mean, the CG Megazord was just
oh, here we go.
That's the other point it was docked off for. But overall, pretty good.
Before it combined and they were just being summoned, that looked
that was great. That was
that was
really that was awesome.
That was pretty good.
I didn't know they'd go that far with it.
But I didn't realize
forming.
Yeah, but once after the show I didn't realize they only had like 9 or 10 days to film this.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I get why.
We
we don't have time to get a
time.
suitmation in here. We don't get time to do all this other extra shit. Like, let's just get the important things, and they did. Not gonna. I didn't. Smash.
Pass. I think Billy's the only one that did proper smashing. Like we can tell you that.
Yeah, we talked about.
There was definitely some deep penetration.
Oh, 100%.
Railed from behind.
Yeah, but it was good. Like I enjoyed it. I watched it twice. I watched it at midnight, and then me and my wife watched it, and it was I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. What it needed to be. Planted some seeds in case they want to revisit. Because let's face it, if it's as popular, Netflix will be like, they'll be like, hey, give us some more, because we don't know what they're doing post Cosmic Fury. And if they're going to do a soft reboot, I was like, well, do a soft reboot, but we already have a passing that you can have Min involved with that.
Yeah,
I was like, it's technically a soft reboot instead of a hard reboot from the ground up and continue.
Because what's going on then, Whistle?
Yeah, because we know Billy's going to be in Cosmic Fury, so because Pookie, well, they can't keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, but after seeing Billy's performance in this, I'm like, eh.
No, the hair dye threw me out, man. Because like, let's face it, like I met him. His hair's not that
yellow.
It was that's some horrible Just for Men in there. That was the Komen style one too, not the leave in and rinse out.
The lazy man's version.
Listen, we know people who use that consent when others do. Okay.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought you liked it au naturel, Mark.
Nah, I look like a professor if I don't put anything in this.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
That could be nice to see, though.
All right, so any last thoughts on Once and Always before we move on to the final talking point, which is the betting results?
I must say the fight scenes
100%.
were like the fight scenes were good. Like I like the fight choreography. They were cool.
No roll call really left a sour note.
No roll call, no colored explosions.
No color explosions. Why?
Instantly destroyed 2 questions because they were roll call related.
I was really hoping
Oh,
we did
shit.
get the original morph, which
Like
nice.
that was a full on mulligan on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at just a quick poll. I'm ending the poll when it came to chat's feelings when it came to once and always. B at 33%, A at 29%, S at 18%, and C or below at 18%.
I'm agreeing with that B though.
Yeah, it
I would
is a
say
solid
it's solid.
B.
I'm
Yeah.
between A and S, honestly.
I gave it like an 8. So I would say that's B, low A for sure.
I think I did 8.5 to 9 on it because I was just like the Zord kind of fighting just took me out.
Mm.
And Rocky never got his noodles, so.
But
that also-
Rocky did get
I
Rocky
like
did get
the
roasted.
teleportation with him just standing there and was like, "Hello," like that was. I was laughing on that one.
Oh my god.
And he landed a back roundhouse kick without falling out of.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. He
I was
didn't get
like, he
go
finally landed
flying
it.
6 feet.
Finally,
Physics standpoint, it's impossible.
True.
And Rocky is a firefighter, so maybe he works for Carter Grayson.
Oh god. I would actually love to see that. Imagine.
Trying to ask this question real fast in the poll because it will affect the results depending on.
Is it about the
How it
comic book
goes.
reference
No.
from Zach?
Which one's
Wait.
the comic book reference?
Him being in Congress. It has nothing to do with their little trip to do the whole peacekeeping whatever bullshit. Because in the comics, his older brother is in politics, takes Zach, and he meets a congresswoman, and they discuss his interest in politics and him possibly getting into them.
so there
Which
is a
comic was
comic
that?
book reference then.
Let me pull up the issue. Let me pull it up.
Mm.
I had it saved because it was on Twitter, and I was like, hell yeah.
Was that in?
Let me see,
MMPR?
because for me, like, not knowing any of that shit, I had just assumed it was due to the whole peace conference thing.
Yeah, like he got some reps, so he eventually like made it up the Congress.
Yeah, because that, like, for me, like, not knowing that context, I'm just like, yeah, this seems like that would be the end result of him
Yeah.
like leaving.
with or without comics, yeah.
Let's find it.
Mm.
Even then, let me see what the stats
So far, the
were on
audience,
that
I'm
one.
pretty sure, is in yes. Oh, the stats on that question.
So while researching that, let me quickly pull up my betting calculator.
So, Mark, I gotta ask you something about that.
Mhm.
Once and always.
Yeah.
What like other things, like if we're doing stuff like this, Power Rangers related, what would you like to see? Like if they had to bring like another cast back, or if we're doing like things like this in the future?
I wouldn't want much more done from that. Technically, I would prefer if they do anything that's a follow-up. Like I said, if they're gonna soft reboot the series after Cosmic, because we know Billy's gonna be in that, like I would like to continue where this left off, have some SPA in there, some more Min being a part of the new team, like continue that stuff. I personally wouldn't like, there's nothing really else I would want to see return. Like I don't want a Zeo 30th anniversary. I definitely don't want a Turbo 30th anniversary.
Well, they
In
make
space?
he'll be in normal size for the suit now. This time they don't have to do the growing.
No, they shrink him down actually.
Oh, because he's too tall. Oh.
Yeah, he gets shrunk. Possibly.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe in
Okay,
space.
so
reference,
chat's
or-
saying
Hmm.
yes for question 12. So let me crunch the numbers on that one real fast. In the meantime, I will ask chat whether or not question 3, which is anything that was specifically only happened in the comics, referenced in there.
What do you think? In Space was actually like a very good like finale for like the that era of Power Rangers.
In Space was one of my favorite Power
Yeah.
Ranger series.
Mhm.
Like
In my
I
opinion,
really
like-
enjoyed watching In Space when I was young, because I remember watching that in a young age.
Oh, okay. Go on. You got that was an open question. If anyone else wants to try.
No, like I feel like
Better
if
for
like
numbers.
In Space was like the last thing I'd get Power Rangers related, then I feel like that'd be a good send off.
I mean, it was very nice, closed story until, of course, they had to continue.
It may or may not be because when I was young, I had a crush on Andros.
What?
Was it because of the
I don't know why.
the side blonding?
Was it the
Like
long,
hair?
flowing hair?
I just don't know. I just really like Andros when I was really young. I still remember just really liking his character and stuff.
Oh,
Maybe it's because of the connections he had with Yellow, but yeah.
he was a cool
Was
character.
it Ashley? If that's
here we
the
go.
name?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let me.
Was it his leadership skills? Said that by Graph.
It may have. It's just that it's been like a long time, but I just remember just be. And also, I didn't watch what's the Sentai counterpart?
Mega
Mega
Ranger.
Ranger.
I never watched it.
You're missing out.
I put the direct.
Like I
link,
haven't watched
the
any Power
thing in our
Rangers
private
before
chat for the
Deca
comic
Ranger.
book.
Oh, wait. So you've never seen like any of like the what do you call it? The Showa era. Like
No, I
Sentai?
haven't seen any Showa error. Like
You sh-
I've only watched from Deca Ranger onwards.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. You should.
Yeah, from
there's-
the back to school one they did.
Oh, that's-
I only vaguely read that comic once, Ash.
Yeah,
because I had mine
that-
signed
yeah.
and framed, so I only read it once, and then I was like, "Wait, someone tweet." I was like, "I've read that somewhere."
I read it once. Like I think I read it once because
It wasn't bad. That was like a weird phase for the comic book because they were still testing all these side stuff that they were doing.
Yeah, that
Go-Go
was
Power
like-
Rangers had just started.
no, I think Go-Go Power Rangers was like entering like part. It was going to wrap up, but they continued it. But
Yeah.
that was like the transitional period when Shattered Grid was ending.
Oh yeah, because that's when Ryan was going over.
Yeah,
Is this the
Sinner
article?
Grace took over Go-Go.
Yes, this is the
Yeah, no, that was when Margaret took over
the reference.
MMPR, and that was during Beyond the Grid. That was a weird transition.
Yeah,
phase.
I forgot about Beyond the Grid because reasons.
Where do you guys think like there was the peak for like Go-Go Power Rangers and all that? Like when do you think
the
like
comic?
for the comic, like when do you think like they had reached their golden era?
When Sinner Grace was writing it,
Wow.
they hit the slice of life perfect, and and once they were trying to do the Shattered Grid stuff with it, I was like, it was so much better when it was just, hey, high school, day-to-day lives.
I got that. What about for you,
Like
Ash?
issue 107, which is amazing.
Yeah, really good.
Can't wait for Dark Hour.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a video talking about that after this. But
We
yeah,
got off topic on the live stream about that. We started talking about the comic book for like an hour.
Oh,
Oh,
that reminds me. I gotta show you. Got my Soul of the Dragon comic.
I need to go on there and talk about the comics with them.
Yeah, 'cause I mentioned it too. I brought you up. I was like, dude, if you want to know someone who's literally reviewing them every time they all the news, and they're like, oh no, we watch his stuff. I'm like, okay, I was just
Nice,
They're like, no, they love your channel.
really cool.
They're like,
So
oh,
let's see,
Um,
right
yeah.
now, like No is winning according to the chat.
So the golden era of comics for Power Ranger comics, I'd say like
I mean, when do you think the golden era stopped? Is what I was saying.
stopped. Oh, stopped.
Like, when do you think it stopped golden era? And it wasn't bad, but definitely quality issue. It dropped.
I know everyone shits on Beyond the Grid, but I think that was just like a rough, like you couldn't. It's hard to follow up from Shattered Grid. The sort of I get what they were doing, like a ragtag of like random rangers from different eras, but
yeah,
it tried to tell a good story, but I feel like it struggled because it was like a villain that barely showed himself, and then they were a Morphin Master. Spoilers. That could have been touched upon more. But it was mostly like I call the arc a filler arc because Necessary Evil was such a good arc when it happened. And then you had Cinder Grace and Ryan Parrott working together. That was pretty good for Go-Go.
I see.
Hmm.
it was
Okay,
tough
it's-
after Shattered Grid.
It's
Honestly,
currently like very close, teeter-tottering. So we'll see once we get to the actual question. I mean, it's question number 3, whether or not I got to rework some math or not. So let's just go ahead and get
not ready.
into
I'm ready to
These.
lose.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be fun.
betting results. So go back here, share the screen. Okay, so the first thing that was on here was, will the intro be the original Go-Go Power Rangers? So this one technically was yes, because the title card did play Go-Go Power Rangers, which, as we see, yes was 83%, no was 17%. I went ahead and added in the individual votes into their corresponding tally to put in the odds. In which case, Zio voted yes for $10. Mark bid $1 on yes. Ash 10 on yes. Stick 100 on yes. Cloud 23 on yes, and Nexus no. But luckily it was $1. It was $1. So
I'm safe. Yeah.
So looking at the payout from this one, just because of course the odds were in Yes's favor, it's not much. Zio technically got $12, so you bet 10, got back 12, so that he turned that 10 into $12. That's like stock market. Mark $1.20, Ash 12, Stick got 120 right off the bat.
Damn.
Cloudy 27.60 because you bet, what was it, 23? I think it was.
Yeah.
You gave me some weird ass number. 23. Yes.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, so right there, Stick was already in the lead with the first one just because of that one there.
So
now,
I lost. How much did I lose then?
No, so you just zero. So it's just so you just lost $1. So zero payout on that one. You just lost that money to the ether. Okay. So this one, if the original Go-Go Power Rangers is the intro, will it be remixed and or have new lyrics?
No.
Because of this one really just being like there was no new lyrics. It was just Go-Go Power Rangers. The guitar riff was virtually the same, even though it was like recorded better. So for the instance of this, we're gonna have to go no. But the thing is, the panel all voted yes. So it was straight zeros down the line. No one made any money on this one.
Dang, this could have been a big one.
So question 3, and now I'll get to the poll and end it, was, will anything comics related come into play? This one was 39% yes and 61% no. So, see, Mark was really hoping on this one.
I'm still right, so because I read the comics, so I'm just saying. Literally nowhere in the TV show does he ever mention.
Well, he's he's slow rolling it.
So.
Yep. So currently,
but if we never saw that post on Twitter, would have Mark won?
No, I would have went back through the comics. You kidding me?
Right. You would have combed through everything.
I would have.
Mark just wants to find a way to win.
Like according to poll and everybody else, like the majority of folks pretty much said no on this one when it came to comics. Just because it's like, once again, for those of us that just watched the original one and just assumed right after like peace conference, that's what I was thinking. It's just like, oh, that seems like the next logical step. So yeah, Zio bet 65 on no. Mark bet 350 on yes. So you can see why he's so adamant about this one.
It's just rigged. That was a remastered of the song because it was remastered by definition. That was a comic book reference. I'm just saying, poll's rigged, 100%.
So Ash bet, where was it? 100 on yes. Stick 25 on no. Cloudy 70 on no, and Nexus 130. No, what is that? 130. 30. Yep. Can't read. 100.
No. No.
30 on yes.
Yeah.
So because of the current payout, due to chat being in favor of no for question number 3, Zio got a payout of $109.20. And Stick got $42, and Cloudy $117.60.
Sweet.
For 30.
I lost money again.
You're gonna gain money pretty soon, I'm pretty sure, with some of these.
All right. So question number 4 was how many times will Rita be said? So on the live stream, it was counted up 21 times.
Damn it!
Ooh.
Damn
I was
it!
positive it was like 23 times, but yeah.
It was even then. It didn't reach 38.
No, I know. I just
It did not get anywhere.
I
God, the 38s would have.
rewatched it just for Mark. I'm pretty sure I counted like 23.
So of course, Zio bet 35 on 38. Mark bet 50 on 38. Ash went 10 on over 15. Stick went 25 on over 15. Cloudy went 35 on over 15. And Nexus went 30 on under 15.
I forgot you went under 50. Wow.
I know. That's what
How
I'm
would you do that?
saying. I'm so bad at this type of games.
It's no good. Which, if you're keeping score, I'll just do Nexus first because you got straight goose eggs for everything so far.
I
Like
know.
zeros down the
that
board.
changes, right? That does change. I'm positive.
I'm just currently at
Zio
$0.
Zero. Mark got 0. Ash with the $12.69. Stick with the $31.73. And Cloudy out here with 44.42. So
Wow.
out here getting it. Question 5. Bulk and Skull will reveal themselves. We did get the poster, the billboard.
No.
They got destroyed. We are definitely counting that one. In which case, the odds was 76 in favor of yes to 24 going no. Of course, adding in the panel's vote totals into those numbers as well. In which case, for question number 5, Zio bet 10 on no. Mark 25 on yes. Ash 20 on yes. Stick with 25 on no. Cloudy with 25 on no. With 15 on no. And Nexus with 20 on yes. So of course you yeses got some nice got some decent payouts out here, but of course since the odds being heavily in favor of yes, it's not that much. Mark made the 34.56, Ash 27.65, and Nexus with 27.65 as well.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. So 27.65 first.
Yep,
Okay.
your first
Finally, after
Finally
like 5 questions.
got some money. So 6, highly disappointed. Will the word Zio be set? Was not. Absolutely not. 67%.
Yeah.
Said yes. 33 said no on this one. So even the low bets got some decent. It pretty much skewed very close to it. So question 6 here. Zio bet 50 on yes. Mark 75 on yes. Ash 30 on yes. Stick 50 on no, and Cloudy 25 on no. Nexus also bet 25 on yes, which means the only one that got some payouts was actually Stick and Cloudy with a sizable chunk because Stick went up to 150. He got 150 from this payout.
Whoa.
I'm still
And,
shocked they mentioned
And
Zio.
Cloudy went up to 75 on that one.
Damn, Stick gonna win, and he's not even gonna be here. Great.
Exactly. That's why
I swear.
I told him, I was just like, you got to be on. It's the betting special results. Will Zach dance? So, of course, we got that trailer like right before this special came out. They kind of like gave it away anyway. So the answer was well known. He did do a dance. And Zio bet 5 on yes. Mark 10, yes. Ash 20, yes. So Stick, Cloudy were the only ones that voted no. So of course, y'all didn't get shit. And Nexus 25. I only got a payout of 571. Mark 1143. That's the thing. The odds were heavily in favor of yes, so the payout's not that great. Ash 22.86, and Nexus with 28.57. So not a great payout because of course the odds were already in the favor of this being a good one anyway.
Yeah, that was like the easy bet.
More phenomenal did not happen.
How?
It did not happen. And the thing is, the audience voted in favor of yes, it is going to happen. So the payout was going to be better for those that said no on this one, skewing the odds. So
who said
essentially, no? I said no for 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, of
Should've put
course.
more on it.
And Cloudy said no for 15. So sadly, that should have been something we bet a little bit more on.
Damn.
Because
serious money there.
Yep, it would have been some serious money. So I only got 15. Cloudy only got 45 from that one, but still,
not bad.
Payout's a payout.
Wow.
From $15. Oh god, I should have put 100 on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So question 9 became a mulligan. No one got anything for it, just because essentially you kept your money. You kept the money that you bet on it.
Yeah. Everyone got their name dropped.
Okay, so how much did I bet on Tommy?
So the thing is, I got the numbers here. It was 5, 15, 5, 10, 5, 60. So Nexus, you bet 60 on it.
Hey, so I keep it. Let's go.
So you kept your 60. So
all right.
Will Cestria be name dropped? To my surprise, it happened like right at the end. Of course, due to the polling results, Yes was the lead favorite for this one, going 52-48. With it being me with a 50 yes, Mark with a 10 yes. Ash, you should bet on yes because you put 40 on no.
I put 10 on no as well.
I'm pretty sure I said no.
Right, but the most on no.
Oh wait, no. Wait, hold on. I was looking at the next question.
Oh,
okay.
You put 10 on yes.
Oh, okay, you put 10
I'm
on
the
yes.
only one that put no, I think.
No, you and Stick and Cloudy.
Oh yeah, we put no.
Yep, Cloudy bet 20. You put 10. Stick put 75. Ooh.
Ouch. Okay.
So on 10, so the payout for myself, 962, Mark 2886, and Ash 1923. All right. So question 11. Will Zed reveal himself? You know, this seemed like an obvious one, and then it just didn't happen. But the thing is, even then, oh my God, where'd it go?
Dad's
moved away. 45 said yes, 55 said no, and then looking on here with it, Ash and Cloudy both said no.
Ooh.
Ash for 40 and Cloudy for 60.
Yes.
So
that's a lot.
So the payout for this one, Ash made 83.64 from this thing.
Nice.
And Cloudy $125
let's go.
45 cents.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
Yeah, it makes sense for Zed not showing up, but you figure the way Rita was brought back, it would have mentioned. I was shocked actually that wasn't brought up even like in name.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. Even in like flashback portions, like none of that
it didn't
ended up
happen.
being a thing. Yeah. So the next one was the one that I had chat vote on, just because it was this one could have made or break everything, because the odds are 95 to 5%, and Stick was the only one who bet on no. So
Stick would have just carried it away.
Had chat said that the answer to this was no, Stick was going to get $400 on his bet.
Oh my gosh.
And he would have easily sweeped the totals.
Oh.
But because chat said no, that changed the results on there. So
it's mainly because that last scene.
It's because that last scene.
Everybody.
So with that one, essentially, which one is it?
50, not bad for me.
So I was trying to put it in here. Okay, so essentially for question 12, I made $10.67. Mark with 53.34. Ash with 53.34 as well. Cloudy with 42.67, and Nexus with 53.34 as well. Since we all bet similarly on this, and the payout wasn't that great because it was a yes.
Oh,
will we get an appearance of the Dino / Cosmic Fury?
I hope I said yes. I hope I said yes to this. I don't remember what I bet.
Okay, so for this one, number 13, the only person who said no was Cloudy and Nexus. on this one.
Cody, let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Why no? There was someone from Dino Fury in it.
Who was it?
No.
Was it?
The Buzz Blast reporter. She's in.
Oh yeah.
But we were talking main
No.
cast.
No. We're not talking about that.
We were talking main cast when we were
Did
making
we
these.
say main cast or we say anyone?
Yes.
Because the
We
question
said main
said
cast.
main
It has
cast.
to be like one of the
That's
Rangers.
stupid. I don't remember.
We did
Yeah,
ask that
oh my
during the
gosh,
stream,
that's-
I think, right?
that was
That was
close.
a long video, so I don't remember.
Okay. How much did we sweep this with, Nexus? Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
like $1.
So
VTubers for the win.
Yes.
like one
Cloudy with
YouTuber.
46, Nexus with 92.
Let's go.
Oh.
92.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'll take that 46.
I'll take that 92.
Okay.
I do appreciate that Buzz Blast like reference though in the special. Like,
Yeah.
it was actually pretty
Yeah.
cool, like little tongue in cheek thing going on there for
That was very nice.
when
Because
you
at
see
the
the
end of Dino
continuity of the
Fury, they
timeline.
do say they're going to Angel Grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So, number 14, how will the morphin sequence be played up? Essentially, we did get a mix of the going real time version because we did get a lot of real time morphs, but no one voted for that one. But it was essentially a redone original style transformation, which did get 55% of the vote. And looking at question 14, I was the only one that voted on B, going with a completely new thing. Everybody else said A, so everybody else got to pay out for this one.
Let's go.
So Mark was 77-14, Ash with 34-29, Stick with 42-86, Cloudy with 25-71, and Nexus with $60 on that one.
60. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, so will Rangers, non-Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or Hasbro Gen make any sort of out-of-suit cameo? We did not get this one at all.
No.
No.
Yes, skewed in favor of it. And looking here, question 15, the only ones to vote no was Ash and Stick.
Oh.
Ugh.
They got a nice, decent payout. Ash got $142.22.
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's go.
goodness.
And Stick with 177 and
Jeez.
78 cents. Like Stick's
won
out
this.
here like sweeping.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, now we get to question 16, which was how will the Megazord fight? Like, will it have any sort of suitmation or will it be completely CG? Well, the odds were in CG's favor, and the people to vote in CG was actually myself, Ash, Stick, and Cloudy, with
I'm
Mark
the only one
and
that did
Nexus
suitmation.
voting on suitmation. Some sort of
Mark.
suitmation.
It was wishful thinking on my part because let's face it, we saw the CG, so we know how that turned out. It
I
should have
thought
been
it was-
suitmation, 100%.
I thought it was doomed.
Damn it.
So 76.67 for me. Ash got $153.33. Stick with 115. And see, y'all can see right now why I said, like, if question 12 just went towards Stick, he
Yeah,
won
it
his
would've been
hands
done.
in. Look at
Yeah.
these large ass
Yeah.
numbers. And Cloudy was 76.67 on it. So the thing is, after this, everything went to double points. And these next two questions were essentially mulliganed because there was no roll call.
Damn.
There's no roll calls, so technically there was not a proper value shared on this one.
AO
Which hurts my
69%. Nice.
So that just, man. So we got to move on to question 19. Will the main cast get captured? No,
Damn it.
they were not. And essentially, the only one who said, well, actually, no, this is question 19. Yeah, question 19 is who said yes here? Who got
I
nothing?
did. I'm pretty sure I did.
I said
Yeah.
no.
I think I said yes.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
as well.
Mark,
Hey, that was
Ash,
I'm the
and
only one that
Cloudy.
said no.
No, I said no. Stick said no. And Nexus said no. The
Oh,
thing
okay.
is, I bet $100 on no
Oh.
Oh,
because I still had money at that point. And since the points were worth double, I got a payout of $155.56, almost a 5 sweep.
Damn.
Stick got $138.90. And how much did you bet, Nexus?
I bet
bet-
30.
Yeah, you got $166.66.
Damn.
166, 60.
Yep.
Okay.
So then, besides the rad bug, will Power Ranger vehicles make an on-screen appearance? No.
No.
Did not. We're not counting Billy's like luxury vehicles.
We're not counting
Guys.
Tommy. Not at Tommy's truck or Jason's motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one who lost money on this one, right?
No, I think I lost money on it.
Yeah. So in terms of this one, actually, no. Cloudy is the only one who bet on yes,
Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
which got me $288.24.
What?
Mark, you only bet $1.
That's what I do.
You only bet, so you got $2.88.
It's fake money. I'm gonna
I
spend
got
real money, so
20
it's fine.
on that one.
Ash, he got $144.44.
Ooh.
Stick got $57.78, and Nexus with the $57.78 as well on there.
Ash or Stick swept because they got some big
Yeah, I feel
numbers
like it's
in the middle
definitely
there for a
Ash,
but I
while.
still want to know my total. Like,
Pretty sure
I
it's
got the
Stick.
numbers.
At this point, it looks like it's gonna be Stick.
I had a fair bit of money saved up near the end when it was double or nothing.
Yeah.
So
I
the
did too. I
double or
just bet wrong.
nothing made it essentially. So who wants to know who got last place? Any bets?
It's probably me because
That's
no one wants to read
I
comic
want to
books.
guess Mark, but was it me?
Moneybags
just
Mark
possible.
did lose out at $224.40 total.
Then it was
Unlucky
me. I'm pretty
I'd
night.
like
sure.
to thank the Academy.
Oh God.
Because the amount of money lost during the double round and only having $1 to spare at the double round where everybody else was starting to make some bank, that would have been your time to shine.
Mm.
It's
So-
fictional money. It's fine.
Next up in the next place is Nexus with $546 even.
Oh God. I outdid Nexus. I didn't even realize.
Yes,
Nah,
Cloudy is up next
Uh,
at $631.12.
You couldn't get $60 more, Cloudy. Jesus Christ.
In third place is Ash at $710.10. Well, $710.69 AO cents.
Oh, okay. At least.
nice.
Thank you, Ash.
So, who do you think got first?
Stick.
Stick.
He did
That was
not,
you.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the double or nothing got it. The
That was
double or nothing.
Zio winning. I don't want to look at chat
No,
right
Rigged.
my blade.
Rigged.
I'll bring it up.
Oh, rigged.
Oh my
Mulligan.
god, really?
Mulligan.
I will
How much
bring
did
up
you win
this.
by?
So it was like $200. It was literally the double or nothing questions that did it. That 555. Had I not bet $100 on a question that a lot of people thought was going to be a no on, was it?
I know
Question
Stick's
19.
not here, but I feel like he was robbed. I'm not. Going
Well, like I said, he would have won had that $400 came into play with question 12.
Damn, double or nothing out of
Mm.
random nowhere.
So that really would have been it for that.
Damn it,
in terms
Blade.
of the statistics, if that's the case, I got some NFTs to sell y'all. Like,
Damn it.
teaming
Damn
up with
it.
Lights Hibiki. Y'all want them Himenonos? Because we got them.
I'm sorry, I need a
right
rematch on
Give me
something
that
else.
like
Now
Sononi
I
Himinono, please.
I will take
now I
all
know
of them.
now I know how this goes. I need a rematch
Look, this is
on
legit
another
some
topic.
of everything in the columns. Like, you can look at the equations
Yeah, I
here,
can see.
and
I
So it
honestly
is
thought
based
Nexus
on
was gonna
total
be way better.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually thought Nexus was gonna actually be in last place. So I was surprised to see
Really?
that Mark got last.
The bets
place.
at the end there.
Well, because
that's
of
what
all the
really-
zeros. It was all the zeros. Because
No,
I
no.
was I was tallying all this up earlier today. I was on VC chat on the Discord while plugging in the numbers. So like a couple of folks got to hear as the calculations were going in. And at first I was just like, ooh, Cloudy's winning this. Like in the first set of rounds, I'm like, Cloudy's winning this. Then it was like, oh shit, nah, Sticks got this. Sticks definitely got this. That's why I asked like in the Discord, like, who votes for yes or no when it comes to that question, because that would have been a guaranteed $400 for Stick, and easily he would have carried. Like no one was going to touch him for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he would have been.
He would have been.
He would have been sitting
sad.
pretty.
He would have been
on
like
that
13, just halfway through it, just like Applebee's.
Yeah, he would have been like, I could guess no for the rest of these, and I'm still good.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we have it. Now the thing is, we just got to figure out what's going to happen with the winner and the loser regarding all
Mark,
this. Because I
what
did
did it do
ask
with you?
on
Wait, so you're? I feel like this has got to be rigged because you won and Mark lost. What?
Well, of course it's rigged because people don't want to read comic books, and he asked the chat, who already are biased because they keep voting for Rita. So obviously,
So you're
I
saying
gave
this is bad?
substantial proof of the only time.
Okay, do you
politics
Do you
was
want me to
mentioned
crunch the
that.
numbers and see if we change that one, if it
It would
affects
have
you?
because I would have beat Nexus by like $8.
But would you have
come
won?
on.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right.
You just
yeah.
want me not to win.
No,
I
he just
mean-
wants to not lose.
No,
Oh,
it's not
come
There's a
that.
very
on.
big
People,
difference between
because, listen, I love the comics so much. I want everyone to read the comics.
that. He just wants to not lose.
We're
because
getting
him
the dark hour.
So let's see if this would sway results whatsoever.
Let's see it.
Because you also have
Since he
money
bet
that
$350.
Would
And
that
you'd have
also
the direct
change
one.
our results?
Nexus
Does
no,
that-
got
because I
that,
said
so-
yes to the comics, didn't I?
Oh, you did. So that would it would just be Mark gaining money. He would crush you.
Yeah, because I would get like 3 something.
Yeah, you would have gotten $573 and 75 cents from that one.
Ah,
Oh God.
See,
yep.
exactly. Mark sweep. No, I'm just kidding. No, really.
Which
you guys should-
technically,
you guys
look, if
should
we
go.
went that round and you did get 573,
Realistically, though,
75,
you guys should be reading the comics, though. They're really good. Not being sarcastic.
and I got 0 for that one for losing. You still, you would have been at 780 something.
All right.
Let's see. Stick would
And
have
then I
lost
would
money
have
from
been
that
in
one as
last
well.
place. God damn.
No, you would have gained money here actually.
You
No,
would have
but
gained
then-
money,
but
but
then-
not like.
It's not enough to like go over you.
Would it? Let's see.
Are we actually
Rosie in the
figuring this
chat,
out?
like, do a poll. Who should be last place? What, vote on all 6?
On all 4? Absolutely not.
I swear the chat's gonna vote me because I made a mistake before about
If he
getting
votes me,
Luigi
he's
and
gonna just
Mario
make me
wrong.
reveal my face.
Oh my God! You did get Luigi and Mario wrong. How dare you?
That is true. You deserve that.
Okay, so you would have made
Graph, is that a joke about
49,
me
18,
overselling?
and
I understood
Ash
that.
would have
I
gotten.
understood that reference.
I just like the fluctuation that was going on here. There was not a
I
clear
wanna
winner in the
do
beginning.
I like
another
chat
betting
right now.
special. It was really fun, and now I know the how to do it now.
How to bet
I
money.
respect that.
How to
Yeah,
gamble money
exactly.
and be well informed on Power Rangers.
So
Anyways.
if we change the results to it being yes, there was a comic book reference, then what it changes here is essentially Ash would have beaten out Stick by like $30 in terms of that, and he
Ooh.
would have been in second place. Stick would have been in third. I still would have been in first, just because of the final 2.
But who would have been in last?
It would have been you, Cloudy.
I know. That's
Oh
what I said.
really?
Yeah,
513.
that's what I said. Thank God. Whew.
Damn.
See, so look, even if we change the results there, I still won. But the thing is, it's just
Yes.
like, who do we decide who is the biggest loser? Is it Mark or is it Cloudy? Who are we
I
going to
just
go
want-
with on this one?
It's
oh my
Mark.
God! Thank
I
God
want
it's not
on
me.
principle for people to acknowledge a proper comic book reference. Y'all have
I
been
made the right bet.
shitting on the
You know what? I'm going to ask the chat, who properly lost? Is it
No,
Mark or is
no.
it Cloudy?
You guys know the chat likes Mark more than me.
No, they don't. They always vote Rita. What are you
No,
talking
they,
about?
they like you more.
They
Shut up.
don't. They vote for Rita.
Shut up. I know they like you more.
Vote for Rita.
Boys,
People
stop
that taught you.
murmuring you between you guys. Oh my God.
We're not
All right,
murmuring,
we'll
we're
let chat decide on
manly
that
grunting.
before we end things for tonight. And this
I'm
still
gonna-
went on for like 2 hours.
I'm still gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose so hard
And,
here.
and I'm going to tell everyone.
So
to still read
Galaxy,
the
when are
comic
we
book.
doing another of this?
I don't know when they got something good that comes out like not in Japan first.
I have a question. When will we do a less rigged version of this?
Wow.
my
look at
God.
Cloudy. See?
Are you trying to lose your mod ship as well?
No.
You'll have to actually
I'm
vote
talking
that.
about that vote with Mark right now because I swear to God I'm gonna lose this so hard.
No, here's the thing, Cloudy. If you're gonna say it's rigged, you're gonna actually have to do a video eating red velvet cake.
I don't want to.
That's, I mean,
Oh my god.
it's only fair. I can make you a VTuber red velvet
No
cake
thanks.
if you
I'm good.
want.
Make him a shirt that just says red velvet on there. Red
No.
velvet persuasion.
Please.
Just desserts.
I can't.
Just desserts with
I
red
give
velvet
you-
in the background.
Listen, I have to
See
lose
what
to
you did.
Takahashi and Mark. No, please.
Like we're giving Cloudy too many L's.
It was taken enough for this.
I'm
week.
just saying,
It's now 50-50.
Is it
I will
literally
have to-
50-50?
Oh god.
I will get the comic book out.
It is 50-50
And I will
with
go on a
18. Look,
tirade.
we've got 40 viewers right now and 18 votes. Y'all that are just listening in right now, vote. We gotta have a de facto loser. Gotta have that de facto loser.
How
Let me
much
look
longer-
at the.
I wish we had we'd
I'm
get
just
stuff
happy
for it,
that
that
I'm
freaking Jeopardy
safe.
music.
Like I am happy that
Look
I'm
at
not
you,
in this
Nexus.
position.
I'm surprised I went to the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did well, Ash.
No, I knew Ash. Ash was pretty good at the end there. So Blade, how does it feel to win?
So I don't think-
It feels like I made someone's money, and that's all I needed.
Will
But
this
that's
affect
fair.
any of your future, dealings with Zio now that you've proven that you can handle money? Like,
I think it might be able to
Graph,
fund
come on, mate.
proper,
Give me some slack.
the proper kingly upgrade I
Graph say?
deserve.
Oh, you
Graph
think you're
is
gonna
right.
get your kingly form? Ooh,
I should with the amount of money I just made.
damn.
Damn.
Can buy a new fit.
So
Uh,
was anyone close with their predictions on how it was going to end? Like the film was.
I'm the
closest,
I would say Nexus was the closest in
Or,
terms of like the
how
amount
dare
of cheese that they were going into. But the thing is, like, the ending was way more sentimental than full on cheese.
Oh come
Or,
on.
why? What are you doing?
Cloudy
I
was
could've won
also
that.
semi close because he's pretty much essentially said, because I just got the cliff notes here, Sestra hits up Billy for that child support.
I mean, that was pretty close because he.
It was pretty
he didn't
close.
say,
That was
she misses
fairly
you. It's like,
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, she can just stay over there.
well, like, I'll get back to it. So he's like, he changes his phone number. He's like, there's no iMessage on that planet.
Stick had the role reversal of Zed kills Billy, but it was in fact Billy that impaled Rita.
Out of curiosity, Orb is hard pulling for me to lose here.
Damn.
Betrayed by my own friend.
Whoops.
God dang.
Well, the
I'm
thing is,
not-
it's because Crazy Orb set up a what they think the loser should have to do. So they posted up in the comments, and first of all, Cosmic Orchid said, "Get a free Tumblr account."
No.
No.
I will
No.
literally crash that whole entire
Well, stop.
server.
Mersey just said, "Turbo Ryuki survive card." But Crazy Orb out here said, "Loser will have to binge Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Samurai, Mega Force, and that includes specials and movies. But if Cloudy is the loser, Cloudy is the loser. Cloudy is the loser.
Lucy.
He'll have to admit that Red Velvet Cake is red flavor live, and he can't take it back."
Oh.
Damn. I was going to have him eat red velvet cake, but all right. That's even.
Winner gets to host TokuTonic, and for that, I just got to say,
So we'll have a Blade run TokuTonic. Interesting.
Oh my god.
I
That's
don't know
gonna
if I
be
can last that
annoying.
long, guys.
Yeah,
My head already hurts.
I think you get chronic headaches, right?
I do get chronic headaches from being around. That's why I have my union-funded breaks. I only work 1 day a week,
But
and it's
then
for
you-
like
you-
5 minutes,
Hey,
and that's it.
jeez Louise.
Maybe we can give that to the runner-up potentially, Ash.
Possibly.
We'll see. We'll see.
Ash was like, finally a week where we just talk about the comics for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Ash is like,
Oh,
It'll
I'm
just
here
be
for
me wearing
I'm
a
here
Zeo
for it.
wig. It'll work.
or shut up.
Not plenty of those going around.
Stop.
All
it.
right, so
I know I'm losing, but I don't need you or to keep
no, actually, who actually lost was Mark at
What?
65%
Well-
of the votes.
Did I
I-
win?
Mark.
Here's the thing. I get a punishment, so chat gets a punishment. For the remainder of King-Ohger airing, I will not be on camera every Friday. You will see a splash image of him and out only.
Oh my god.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
The salt in the
So
sky.
soak it in. Soak it in because this is done.
Oh god.
I'm not
Mark,
even
You'll
joking.
get
I
all
was
kinds
gonna
of
do that anyways
unwanted
for today.
male
but
attention.
Can we
Mark,
at least
so-
face chat with you on like VC?
No, you're punished.
Why am I punished?
You have to read every Power Ranger comic book
I'm
while
already
eating
doing
red
that.
velvet cake.
Okay, I'm not doing that.
So the loser's reward, I don't know. Like I still have the thing open. So the thing is, if anyone wants to give like any proper suggestions, we can have a proper vote. Like we'll
picture those
extend
so
this to
crazy.
next week. We'll see next week what the loser, what Mark has to do as his just desserts.
Reminder: I'm just gonna pay someone to do it for me. Just let it out.
You're gonna pay someone to say
Huh?
Ghost was bad?
That's what I do.
Oh my god.
Since Mark lost, he's just gonna appear on other live streams from now on. Like
Listen,
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got
please.
he
This
hates
whether
was
the
us
live
now.
stream goes on at around this
Mark, we
time,
love you. I
you're
love
either going to
to
be
see
on
that.
Cast Ranger or you're going to be on Henshin and Homies next week. I
that
already
was
know
supposed
it.
to start like
Yeah.
2 hours
Because they're
earlier before
pulling out.
yours, and then they were running late, so they pushed it back late. I've been sick all week, so I was like,
Should have go. No, the one chip challenge is bogus anyway.
yeah, I need like 5 of those.
It's bad. It's bad.
It just tastes bad. It's
just
not
a
even
bad-
like, it's
Yeah,
just-
they taste bad,
just-
but the thing is, the heat still gets you just the second that dust hits the back of your throat.
the taste is just,
Awful.
Well,
I
the
heard
taste
it's like
this
so
time
bitter.
was bad.
and then the peanut one they do too. That's like equally as bad.
Oh, Zio, do you still have that expiring one?
Who's Zio?
Oh, sorry, Blade. Do Zio still have that expiring one?
I thought so.
It should be
Somewhere over here.
If
Completely.
there's any live streams, I'm a free agent.
Oh, Mark, please.
Graph's in here like Mark's gonna walk onto someone else's broadcast.
Yep.
Dude, I
Oh
literally
my
supposed to be done with the first one, and over here, like
It's gonna be a
on time.
WCW NWO betrayal.
I'm gonna
Mark
come
just
up
got a
full ass.
Hulk
sassy walk out.
Call me the Toku outsider. New Henshin
Oh.
World Order.
Oh, Mark, are those hats
Great
ever
by
going to come back in the
Takahashi.
store?
What hats?
The Tycoon hat.
I don't have these. Aren't mine. I didn't make this. This is someone else.
Oh, I
Damn,
thought those
got
were
'em.
you. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
not that original.
All right. So with that, yes, we have our declared winner and loser for the once and always betting special. I don't think I'm going to condense this
I
into
still-
a fucking video.
Like
Not worth it.
no,
Dude,
I
after
I
everything
just
you did
don't
for the
believe
first
that
one,
it's Blade. I
it's
feel like it's rigged because it's Blade that won.
I
Look,
think that it was perfectly
I
fair
didn't
and
bet a
balanced.
lot of money in the beginning, unlike some of y'all, and I waited until the double point round.
See, he
No,
was
but
I
smart.
lost,
won
to,
it.
some, I
Double
lost to
point
someone
round.
who hasn't seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh
That's
my
true.
god,
That's the
true.
biggest insult.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. But you see, he won, and he also knew ahead of time that there was going to be a double round.
I did say that points would get doubled at some point in time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Okay.
So
It also
Which
means
was-
you wouldn't win double if you go wrong. So it's like, do you
Yeah,
risk it on the
exactly.
double?
So
and this
it
time,
doesn't
look, I
matter.
brought out the statistics. I calculated this up based on, once again, the odds could have skewed based off everybody's voting in there. And of course, there were some answers that the panel skewed heavily one way, but then the people that voted in the poll went the complete opposite way. So that still skews
We have
results
to
in terms of
respect that.
overall payouts.
Blade, do you think like next time maybe like do whatever you don't spend you get to add, so like to add a bit more thought into the game?
We'll have to see when we do another edition
Yeah, it
because
just depends
we need to figure it.
on. Yeah, it depends on what ends up coming down the pipeline sooner rather than later that we could end up doing another betting special on.
We could do like the first episode of a series. That also works.
Oh, like a specific Ultra series that may happen. soon?
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Ultra
yeah, we
or
could
a
do the
certain
Ultraman.
cosmic
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh,
the
by
cosmic
way,
one, yeah.
Blade, were you thinking of anyone special to be here for Ultraman nonsense?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Honestly, this week has been hectic besides work and then all the editing put into, because once again, that betting special video started being edited on Saturday last week. Didn't get it out until Tuesday because, of course, the Geats review came out on Monday. So that pushed everything back. Then there was that live stream done at, 3 a.m. unruly hours.
Wasn't
on
it Zio
Wednesday.
that did it?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I still have to live through it.
Oh god.
Same body, I think, right?
You should watch the movie Identity. With it, it kind of will explain a lot of it.
Or
It's a good
Split.
movie.
Split's pretty
Oh
good.
god.
Either way, I'm just a doorway away, so it's like
Mm.
it's not like I couldn't like be quiet while he was not being quiet over here playing bingo. So shit.
Damn.
Just the way it works. Just the way it works. So yeah, the odds are in my favor for
I'm proud
this
of you,
betting
Vic.
special.
I need to buy one of
Congratulations.
those. I need one of those Himino NFTs to use for my new image when I'm on the show.
Oh,
Those Himino.
I'll hit up Lightspeed Hibiki for those. We can make some customs out there.
Thanks.
None of them are bald, by the way. Orb.
are they all
I know
gonna?
he's been-
Is it just gonna replace you, or are you gonna have it in like the corner of your thing?
It's gonna replace me.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
But Mark,
All
that's
this.
that.
I need
Then
to
we
punish
lose too.
chat for being.
We can have a
Should.
Himino rocking one of your hats. That can be your NFT.
That's true.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, that can be a thing. That
And I was
can
gonna
be a
bring the
thing. I can
bowler
get you to
hat
invest.
to wear. No, I'm not gonna.
So,
Imagine Himino wearing your special hat.
We should end the
See?
stream. I gotta turn my camera off.
anyway, that is how we are ending tonight. So, Ash, where can people find you?
You can find. Oh, I clapped. I'm going to pick the mic. You can find me at Deoxy360 on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams, and all of that. Talking about Power Rangers, talking about Toku and stuff like that. But yeah, lots of big stuff. I mean, lots of comic news coming out. I mean, Hyperforce is coming back in the form of a comic one shot, which is great. We've got Darkest Hour coming in July as well. So we're getting the next big Power Rangers comic event to celebrate 30 years. So that's really exciting, and I can't wait to cover that in the upcoming months.
All
right. And then, Mark, what you got going on?
I've been sick, so like I haven't even done the King-Ohger review yet. I barely like made it through the freaking Geats one. So
luckily that one was easy, right? Because you were just having to repeat the same thing over and over again.
No, I actually was like, okay, they're just repeating stuff again, and I was like, but I'm probably just gonna do something quick before my episode 8 review for King-Ohger because I've been tired, and sick, and I have all this other content I was working on. I was like, nope, I'm just not gonna do anything. I got some toy stuff coming up soon though, because Jakks Pacific just released Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild action figures.
Oh,
fully articulate, and Wave 1 has Link and Zelda.
Ooh,
That's
nice. Cool.
You get about your local Walmart for $8.
Oh, that's reasonable as well.
Yeah, so doing some more toy stuff, and I got my new Sotos for Kamen Rider Geats. So just normal stuff, just delay on everything because I'm sick, so I haven't done anything all week.
I'm sorry about your unlucky with the Sotos.
Yeah.
Did quickly ask in the chat because tomorrow Zio will be getting his Vision Driver in the mail.
Ooh.
Oh,
and I know a couple people said that they would like for me to do, or Zio to do, in character.
Connect to the bit.
And scene.
Live unboxing. So yeah. It's
feel like
easier to
it-
do live stuff than something I've had to edit. So hey. It's that. Cloudy, what you got going on?
I feel like if anything will get 100%, it's definitely that one. But you can catch me on YouTube/Cydrixar, where there's a new Ultraman video out for you guys to watch if you'd like to check it out. It's gonna explain like who's doing the new Ultraman, some nice little predictions and theories. And
A jump to the
It's,
sky
very
turns
short
to a
video.
rider
Please
kick.
give it a watch.
Thanks, Greg Ward Jr. for the sub.
Ooh.
Oh, that's someone I should see if they can be on next week's show. Is Sai.
He can't.
That's terrible.
Oh, it's a straight answer.
Sai works on Nexus time, and also Sai
Then, yeah,
sleeps
no way.
on like Nexus.
What are you talking about? I've seen this man on VC chats well past his bedtime.
Those are exceptions, but Sai also has a movie that he may or may not be making that is taking quite a bit of his special time.
Well, we shall see.
Keep your
I hope-
secret.
Next is what you got going on.
So you can find me on Smule at Nexus1903. Not gonna be doing much. I think I'm just gonna be I don't even know if I'm going to be here next week because of all the shit that I've done today. So, yeah, we'll see if I make it out alive.
Plus, we're talking Ultraman.
You'll be fine.
You don't want to be here.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I may not be here because I am not an Ultraman fan unless we're talking about the first episode. So yeah, no, like since I have seen
at a
like
trailer.
of the new trailer.
Just
So
trailer.
yeah,
Trailer.
I see.
but yeah,
All right, great. So that's how we're ending this tonight. We will catch you all next week. What's going on with the CW shows? Because I think they're kind of ass, right?
Aren't they moving on to like the their like
Superman and Lois is not. It's
peak. It's on its streaming platform.
Didn't they recast like one of the brothers, and now he just looks like he's got a copy pasted face of the other brother?
Oh God.
I'm just saying. I just got to throw shade at something DC related while I end this stream. So until next time, see you all next time. Bye.
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 Bye.